about StreamYard is that if there's ever a glitch in your internet connection,
right, all right, all right. Getting all set up here. I was down to the wire. I just finished the meat for the day. A little pork roast. I gotta turn that music off because I can still hear it, and that's kind of annoying. Gotta do a little bit of due diligence here. Gotta send these links out. Bear with me. Thank you very much for everybody who's jumping on right here. Close all the unnecessary tabs because they're gonna make me go psychosomatic. Don't need all these things up. Hopefully it's saved. Whoop, whoop. That's right, we already established I don't need this. Hard to hear the TV. Man, that's right in the way of the TV. Brilliant. All right. Chris. Best part of the draft picks, I keep getting older. They stay the same age. Eric said, sorry I didn't get a chance to listen to the pod where you asked people not to say anything. I didn't see you in here. I said it on the stream. I didn't see you in here doing it. There were two other guys, JJ and I forget who else. But I don't think you were on the list. All right, what are we doing here? We gotta. If you guys wouldn't mind helping, by the way, I'm gonna share these in my personal places. But if you got other groups or other things that you're a part of, go ahead and share the stream out with the folks. Let the people know. The people got to know. I don't need this up. I don't want to close things that I need up, though. Draft tracker. I don't need that. I do need this. All right, I got that. Let's go to YouTube and grab the link. There's my wonderful face. This picture quality is garbage. What's going on with my camera right now? It's all fog. I'm looking angelic. That's what we're going for. Angelic. It doesn't look that bad on this image over here. It's just coming through real bad. Whatever. What are we doing? Twitters. Go to the Twitterverse. Bam. And then the Facebooks. I need some meat. Need the meat, son. Mm. That's what it's all about. What it's all about, man. All right, there's the Facebooks. Share it to the groups. Can I put a comment in this or no? Blast this thing everywhere. Blast it out there, man. Let the people know. I gotta do my groups though. Packernet. There we go. Jump in the comments if you haven't already. Let me know what you want the Packers to do today. Draft group. What's going on, folks? Join me for coverage of day. Doesn't need to be capitalized. 2 of the draft. Probably doesn't need to be capitalized. Don't care. I need more. I need a fork. All right. More sharing. Because sharing is caring. Doesn't tell me the size of the groups. I want to do just like one more. I'm not going to the trash talk group because that's just asking for trouble. Let's go to this one. That's a big group. Let's see if they let me throw this up in here. Good enough. How y'all doing today, folks? Let's go to the top of the comments, see what we got going on here today. Levi is stoked for the second round. Dude, I'm so jacked. I almost feel like I'm more excited today than I was yesterday. Maybe it's just because the whole Rodgers thing kind of set us off in a bad mood, but I'm so excited. I'm excited about Stokes. And then it's fun because it's like you're thinking about Stokes, and it's like, dude, this team's going to be so good because we got Stokes now. And it's like, we're just getting started. We got more guys coming. Super pumped. Super pump. Is that a thing? Sorry. Should I be eating now when I'm doing a live stream? No. But I spent a long time babying this meat along, getting it just the way I want it. And it's nice. And I'm going to eat it. Here. Now you don't have to hear me chew. Sorry if you're into that. James says now he wants tacos. I figured out how to get that up there. It wasn't super hard, just a couple clicks, but it's kind of cool to be able to see. And there's some audio stuff that goes on. So donations, new followers, a couple other things. I think if you subscribe to the channel, maybe, I don't know. There's stuff that pops up. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. Let's see. James, I said, wanted tacos as well. Do you think the next pick will be very goot? Yes, I do. It's going to be fantastic. I can't stop eating it. I want to just be like, just take a minute, answer like 6 questions. I can't. I can't. Do you think the next pick will be... Oh, wrong one. I started Love on Madden earlier, just saying, says Brett Rogers. You know, this has been such a weird day. It's like a horrible day, but at the same time, I'm stunned at the reaction from Packers fans and the fact that there seems to be this sort of big coming together among Packers fans, and it's rallying around the Packers, and that's kind of awesome. It's over something dark, you know. It's kind of like the country coming together because we're in a nuclear war, but at least we're coming together, right? It's something. Let's see. Michael wants Samuel Cosme, as do I. I don't think that's going to happen. The graphic that I'm going to be bringing up for us today, let me try that. See if I can get that rocking and rolling. Come on now. Need you to cooperate. It's going to take me a minute here if I can find the right thing. Is this it? Are you my friend? There we go. So, there we go. All right. So if I bring this up, it's already up. I'm so confused. Oh, there we go. All right. So this right here is where we're at with the... I'll just leave it like that. It looks kind of weird, but I'll just leave it like that. This is our board. So you can see over here to the right, these are the consensus top picks available. JOK, Tevin Jenkins, whatever. Here's Sam Cosme. Don't think he's going to make it, but we'll keep track of this, and we'll see. Actually, why don't we just use this as the background? Why don't we just do that? How do I do that? Why is this so confusing to me right now? Where did I go? I'm so lost. Whatever. I'm gone forever, I guess. We got, what's his name, talking. Something's jacked up here. Let's see. Chris says same Mike. He wants Sam Cosme. I guess you don't need to see my face right now. I don't know why this is acting weird. I think if it's on top, I should be over this image. Drag this way up to the top and see what happens. Nothing. Huh. Well, that's fine. Never liked you anyways. Am I off the screen? think I see something in the corner here. What is that? It's me. Hi. Okay, that was weird. Now I gotta fix everything that's broken. You get back. Not you. You get over here. There we go. Jeez. Just problems. All the time, just problems. So there we go. No, it's still jacked up. Oh. Bam. Boom. Bing. Pow. Pow. Got it. All right. You come back this way a little bit. Hello there, friends. That's good enough. I don't need to be front and center of this thing. All right. Let me do this a little bit. Bow. There we go. Don't need to see my wall. All right. We got it. So then all I got to do is bing, boo, bing, boo. Got it. So we'll be keeping track of this bad boy right here. And again, I could probably just leave it up. I'll just leave it up. That's fine. What else we got? Chris says Morg, or however you spell it. Michael says if Elijah Moore slides, I want him, but as good as gone very early second. Somebody's got to fall, man. That's all I'm saying. Chris says, I wonder if we trade up. I mean, I think we have the second most picks. We're tied for the second most. There's like 2 teams that have 10 and then like 3 that have 9, including the Green Bay Packers. So we got a lot of capital to be able to be moving around. At some point, they're going to trade up. I don't know if it's going to be the second or third or what, but they're going to do it at some point. And you know how Good is, because he's been saying it repeatedly. It's hard to just sit back and let guys fall and whatnot. That is a fatty bite, and I like that. I dig it. What do you think? Packers going to trade up right here? No, they won't. All right. Don't worry, everybody. Kona is here. Good. Good to see everybody. Let's get better today, says David. I agree. Atheist for the Cause says, we got Eric Stokes, boys. Super excited about that. All right, now we're caught up. Stokes could play next year for Chandon Sullivan. I want to look at that a little bit more on the podcast. I didn't mention he's played a little bit in the slot, but not very much. I'm thinking probably not, but I mean, if he's better than Chandon, why not, right? If we're just refusing to move on from King, do we have to bench Stokes, or can we just be like, I don't know, dude, just go out there and try it, see what happens? Danny Dubois says the party has arrived. Danny's here. Now we can get crazy with my zero sugar Dr. Pepper and my hunks of meat. I was wondering how long it would take for the comments, man. I love this shirt to death. My wife absolutely hates it. She calls it my bowling shirt. I just know that it's the most comfortable shirt in the world, and I couldn't care less what it looks like. It could be a pink, sparkly princess dress, and I wouldn't care. Yes, this is my Charlie Sheen bowling shirt, indeed. Really, this picture's annoying me. It's bothering me. If I can fix this a little bit. Get some additional lighting or something. Let's see if I can fix it a tad, huh? Where is my camera? Just lost. There we go. So, is that making it worse or better? That's worse. That's too much green screen. I might just need more light in here. Let's get this light rocking. Too dark. It's too dark in here. This light is so bright. Turn it down, turn it down. Turn it down, turn it down. How about Elijah Moore from Ole Miss? How about that guy, huh? Jaguars on the clock. Still on the clock. Rocking the clock. And then if we dial it back a tad. I don't know. Who cares? I'm making it so much worse. All right. Well, it's worse. Well done. Just shared the flick. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I always forget about the flick crew. Hopefully we get some more people jumping on. Brett says, gross, don't go to Twitter. What you talking about, man? Let's see. What do we got here? A few seconds ago, Brendan Deltac super chatted $10. Content is great. Any chance you'd answer my screw, Mary, kill on Rogers, LaFleur, Goot after all the drama? I mean, why is it gotta? I'll tell you what. Come up with some different ones. Why is it gotta be screw and Mary, dude? Can we do like cut, bench, or like I'm not. I'm not. I'll kill all three of them before. I mean, maybe I'd marry one, but it's like don't touch me. You know what I mean? But the other two are just getting killed. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. That's the rules. Um, if you want to rephrase it, we can do that. We got Brambo, $10. Can you ban JJ tonight? I feel obligated because you gave $10, but I don't think that would be very nice. I also owe him money, and I feel bad that I haven't done that yet. If JJ behaves himself and doesn't give away picks, then I think we should be gracious. Rondale Moore probably going to need to trade up. Value. GPK says, dang, I was really hoping for some chewing noises. I mean, you got to be careful what you wish for here, big guy. Is it weird that I really like the fatty bites? So good. It's like 40% meat. I'm losing the comments here, so I can't even savor it. Chris says, I had steak tonight. Got a beer ready to celebrate when we pick. Fantastic, man. What kind of steak did you get? Tim says, where are the kids? I'm guessing they're going to be wandering eventually. I took the TV away from my daughter, so she'll probably wander down when she gets bored. My son's outside with the neighbors. He always loves that, so he's probably going to want to do that, but he'll eventually find his way downstairs. I'm losing a bunch of these comments here. Bearded Buck Outdoors. I want to take Cox. Yeah, I heard what I said. I'll let it slide. Hey, Ryan, Michael here. You didn't scare me off. I'm back and ready for a busy second and third round. Wonder if they'll trade up. How about the offensive lineman from Whitewater? I'd be super jacked about that. Or Amari. 100%. I'm game. Let's do it. Let's do it. Eric says, so Rodgers is considering retirement rather than playing for the Packers. You know what? Let him. Let him retire with one ring. Let him retire because he wants to throw a fit. That whole thing is so weird to me. I think if he retires, it's because he wants to. I don't think this is, I mean, it's like, that's just a lame excuse. I'm just not really buying it. I mean, you're going to give up $30 million to slight the Packers? Give me a break. Does Love want to play ball? I sure hope so, because he's going to need to. Street King says grabbing Cox would be nice. Yes, COX, the linebacker, that would be fantastic. Nice job in the background, Ryan. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Hard to see comments with the other background. Can you see comments? Oh, I guess maybe on YouTube. Maybe? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I got to get rid of my YouTube, though. I don't need to see. Oh, we got a pick. Pick is in. Duval. Yeah, that whole lame thing. Tyson Campbell is the pick. I got one more bite and then I'm done, and I promise that won't happen again. It's just so good. That's kind of cool because you know that if Stokes was available, he probably goes here, right? So it feels like confirmation. That's really bothering me, that green. It feels like confirmation that we got a real stud because the number 2 corner there just went a couple picks later, so that's kind of cool. Did you click the invisible? That comment just went away. Is that the consensus board or the NFL board? That is the consensus board. I got to update that in a second, but I really got to get caught up on picks. Sorry, let me move up here a little bit. It doesn't live update. I got to do it myself, but it's kind of cool because it has the consensus picks, which is what I want. GPK, he can retire if he wants, pay back the signing bonus. I believe that the Packers would still hold his rights. Yeah, I think that's technically true. Not that we could really do anything with it. Street King says, I'm down with getting rid of Rodgers. If he wants to throw a tantrum, put him in a permanent timeout. I'd almost be okay with Packers eating every dollar of the contract. Don't let him take a single snap. I've been saying I'm greedy, man. I want the picks. Send him. If he wants to go, that sucks. Send him and get as much as you can. I want the picks. Give me the loot, right? Give me the loot. I'd play it, but every other word is a swear, and I don't trust my ability to bleep it out fast enough. Cable Guy says, right, bye-bye. A lot of laughing going on. Agreed across the board. We have his rights. Either get us out of cap hell by retiring or don't and warm the bench and watch Love. Nah. Nobody wants to trade him. Maybe it's because you guys are just scared of playing him. I don't care. Give me the picks, dude. So what? He's going to be really good for a team that we hardly ever play for 2 years, and then he retires, and we still got all these picks and all those players? Just give it to me. Trade up for JOK, please, says Rich Smith. That'd be so baller, dude. Jets are on the clock. I don't see a trade right now. That light isn't working for me. I might as well turn it off since it's not doing anything. Does it get worse? I don't care. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I wouldn't even have him active for game day. He'd be wearing pajamas like a good boy, says Street King. Goodicons did say that they're expecting not to sign as many undrafted free agents this year. Yeah, I remember. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to remember what his comments were. I know that there's kind of just a general, like, not as many guys. I don't know how much longer I can go before I try to fix it again and make it even worse. You're making me crazy. Unless they really did something awful to him, acting like this, he can GTFO. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, dude, what? And I posted that video. I don't even know who that guy was, but he had some commentary on it, and it's like, what is the deal? Like, explain it to me. I don't even get it. What are you mad about? First time on YouTube platform for you, Mikey on mute here. Still on mute, or I feel like people can hear me. I did mute it when I was chewing. Last bite. Big time Bob Wiley, Madden Stream says, yo, 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 let's go. Let's go, man. Anybody not a Packer fan in here? Tell me what's up. Who's your team? Who you rocking with? Jets pick is in. Got a little bit of coffee for when things get crazy. I need to up that. I still didn't get the energy drink, so sorry, no Purple Monster tomorrow. Hopefully I'm still angry. Can the NFL ever start this stuff on time? I don't know, man, but we're rolling now. You look like Chandler from Friends, maybe a Kramer Charlie Sheen. Fair enough. I didn't watch Friends, really, so I can't really comment on that. But I feel like the whole thing with Friends is they're all really attractive, so I'll take that as a compliment. That was the only takeaway I got from that show. Give me the loot! Give me the loot! It's going to be in my head all day. All day. Not mad about it. It's an offensive lineman. Here comes the pick. There goes Elijah Moore. So who did they take with their last couple? Oh, that's right. They traded up for Elijah Vera Tucker. So that's pretty cool, dude. You know, you got Zach Wilson. You're building up that offensive line, and then you come back on the other end, grab you a wide receiver. Let's get this upgraded. So they took, not quarterback, cornerback, Tyson Campbell, right? Jaguars. Jets just took wide receiver Elijah Moore. It could be fun, man. And they also have, who did they just bring in? The Titans wide receiver, I think they just brought in. I don't know. I mean, it's the Jets, and there's no guarantee these guys are all going to be good, but it's just potential. It could be kind of fun. You think the NFL is bad, you should see the Nova Scotia government. Yeah, I believe that. 100%. Comfort is what's important. Wifey hates it that I lounge in jeans and a polo, of course with New Balance shoes on. Dad uniform. That's what I'm saying, dude. I could not care any less what somebody thinks about how I look. I feel real good. I got some comfortable Packers pants on. I got my bowling shirt on. I'm feeling good. I got my Dr. Pepper. I got some cold coffee sitting there for when I start getting tired. Life is just fantastic right now. All right. Eric says, Ryan, who has a better career in your opinion, Najee Harris or ETN? Um, it's hard not to take team into account. Um, I'm leaning Najee Harris, but I kind of like the situation that ETN is in with the Jacksonville Jaguars, just because you got the quarterback and they're building towards something that's going to be a little bit more fun, and people are going to be focused on the passing game and whatnot. Steelers are just falling apart at the seams, which is not great. Although they've done a good job with running backs in the past, and I do think Najee Harris is probably a better running back. Not that I really watched a lot of either of them, because again, I didn't do a lot of tape watching this year, especially running backs, because who cares for a Packer fan? But I got. I'm just getting caught up to the donations, so thanks you again to Brendan for the $9.99. Thank you very much to Brambo for the $9.99. Guys, kicking off the stream the right way. Fantastic. I appreciate that. The shirt has 90s John Candy feel about it. Dude, Chris, best compliment of the night. That's up. That's basically a $9.99 donation right there. That's fantastic. Rockin' John Candy. I don't even care that you just flat out called me fat. That's awesome. Pick is in for the Denver Broncos. Oh, that was a trade, isn't it? Because it was the Falcons on the clock, I think. All right, let's see if we can talk through this. Let me highlight this so I know where we're at. Denver Broncos. So they took Patrick Surtain. Not a quarterback. What do they need? Maybe edge, because the whole thing is just an absolute mess as far as... That's my guess. Azeez Ojulari, because everything's a mess with their guys. I know they just did their fifth-year option, but although I think things are getting wrecked. I don't know. Just drafted a corner. Offensive line. They're trading up for somebody. Could be JOK. Might be JOK. Thought I was the only person that thought jeans were the most comfy. Chris, yeah, I mean, you guys go for it. That's not my thing. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I sleep in jeans sometimes because I'm just being lazy. It's like I'm just going to bed. I don't care. But it's not because it's comfy. It's just because I'm lazy. Street King says ETN. Jeans are my sweatpants. Daniel, poor JJ. He kills it in the podcast last week, makes one mistake, and everyone turns on him. Tisk, tisk. It's a brutal business, man. Brutal business. I've moved on. I'm good with it. I haven't even seen Joshua today. He's invited. I didn't ban him. I promise. Here we go. Brendan says, cut, ban, sign for life. All right. I can play with that. Sign for life is Gutekunst, because I think scheme changes over time, and I don't know LaFleur's ability to adapt to that. Gutekunst has earned my trust. I'm a big fan. I guess I have to cut LaFleur and ban Rodgers. I don't want to cut LaFleur, but I mean, those are the options you gave me. And plus, it's better than just killing all three of them, I suppose. So we're moving. We're going in the right direction. Let's see. Rich Smith wants him to trade up for JOK. We're quite a ways out. I'll have to look at a trade chart to see when we can start to get into range. Like if we give up our next pick, how high can we go? But I want to see this Denver Broncos pick. Billy Thompson. Javonte Williams. All right, we got a running back off the board. Nice. It went up for him, too, which Which actually does make sense because that's what we heard, right? There's basically 3 really good running backs, and then it just plummets. So if you need one, if you want one, that's what you got to do. So, little surprised, but I mean, whatever. Do what you got to do. Doesn't hurt me at all. Get these running backs out of here. Oh wait, I got to do my trade. Ooh, I almost messed that up. Almost messed that up. So when we figure out the trade, I'll update our deal here. All right. Chris says, Joshua, where is he? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Atheist for the Cause says, smash that like button. Do it, man. Hit the like. Hit me up with those likes. I'm competing with about 600,000 streamers who are doing live NFL draft coverage. And the more likes I get, the higher I go, the more random people come in and go, what the heck is going on here? And that's the goal, ultimately. James says, woke, being stoked for Stokes, broke, being anti-Stokes. You can't be anti-Stokes, man. People being anti-Stokes are being silly. I mean, it's just, give me a break. Dolphins are on the clock, and their pick is already in. Chris says he made a T-bone steak. Dang, T-bone. Just getting crazy with it. The double steak. I like that. Rich Smith says, linebacker in the second baby show, Aaron, that he's not in charge. Yeah, for sure. I mean, do it because it's the right pick, but if it bothers him, I think that makes it a little bit better. If we're talking steak tonight, I run the Wissota Chop House down in Janesville. What? Stop in, I'll hook you. Dude, Eric, you better be careful, son. I'll be down in Janesville. That's where I got this from. My buddy Blaine. Hopefully, I don't know if he's here or not, but he hooked me up. He said, I want to buy you a mic because I'm tired of listening to your garbage audio. But the deal is you got to go to Janesville and you got to go pick it up from the Best Buy down there. I'm like, all right, fine. So after work, I just hopped down there. So I ain't afraid of just hopping in the car and going to pick up a steak. So, Eric, we'll be in touch, man. You run the Wissota. Now I got to Google it. Now you're freaking me out. Oh, look at it. Y'all want to look at some photos with me? Let's check out the Wissota Chop House. Can I just bring this over here? Boom. Look at this. Let's do some steaks. Ooh, we got some cake. Where's the steaks, man? Look at them steaks. All right, man. You did it now. Oh, John says, well, tested positive for COVID. Adding to the string of recent good news. That sucks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's not a big deal. Hopefully you're not suffering. Dude, these guys are awesome. Who are these guys? The Isley Brothers? Love the Isley Brothers. I was right. They are awesome. Dude, we got to play some Isley Brothers. Javon Holland. All right. I mean, guys are still falling. Not that I wouldn't be happy with Javon Holland, but now I'm getting jacked. Now we're just going to have some fun. Now we're going to play some Isley Brothers. I got to get my headphones back on for this one. We're getting funky today. It's day 2. It's a little bit slower. What are we thinking for Isley Brothers here? Come on, give me a good one. Here we go. Advertisements out of my face. This is kind of loud, isn't it? Is this microphone too loud? Looks like it might be. Oh, YouTube with the ads. If I didn't make money off them, I'd hate them even more. Here we go. All right, now we got it. Yeah. Ooh. I'll turn that down a little bit. We'll get that going in the background for a little while. All right, John, sorry about your COVID, brother, man. Maybe you can join us for some steaks at Eric's Chop House. Let's get Schwartz, says Big Time Bob Wiley, Atheist for the Cause. If Rodgers retires, I think he'd have to pay back some sign. Yeah, he's got to pay a lot of money. Lots of money. Eagles pick is in. Got to try to pay attention because I can't hear it anymore. Still in door. $32 million payback. Chris says they go offensive tackle here, maybe. Jenkins probably, I'm guessing. I can't keep up with the comments. By the way, I couldn't care any less about the fact that this video is going to be demonetized with this music because you guys are hooking me up big time with the donations. Sam Sepiol, $4.99 donation. Thank you very, very much. Lauren Bagley following on Facebook. Chris Damiani liked the stream. Brian Reed liked it. Lauren Bagley liked it. We're killing it right now. Let's keep it rocking. Lori says, I can hear you. Thank you for answering that question from 10 minutes ago. I'm way behind on the comments, but thank you. You the man, Ryan. Your take on the podcast today was hands up in the air, waving around. I appreciate that, cable guy. You're right, bro. Let's get the most out of Rodgers. That's what I'm saying. We're sitting here talking about, I don't know, maybe we'll get 3 first-round picks, and some guys are like, screw them. Let's just cut them and throw them in a river. Like, no, I want the picks. Don't throw my picks in the river. Might have been. Don't get me wrong, I want picks, but at the same time, sometimes it's great to throw a middle finger right in someone's face. I don't know, man. Let's take the picks and that, I mean, you're trading them away. That's a middle finger. It's at least like a nanana boo-boo or something. I'm fine with that. That's a good compromise. Oh, you're talking about friends. Yeah, I'm not going to get into a discussion about dude's attractiveness. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Sam knows what's up. I was doing some old school Biggie and Tupac because it's like I used to listen to those guys all the time. I haven't listened to them in forever. So I just pulled up a couple songs. And then I had Give Me the Loot on my mind, and I just rocked that for like a half hour straight. Corey Davis, yes, that's I'm so far behind. People are answering questions from so long ago. Dude, you might be comfortable, but are you eating pizza in a bathrobe? No, I'm not. I'm not quite that like in a hotel room, you know, where you don't care about messing up their sheets, and you just got the pizza box next to you, flipped open, just kicking back, pillows propping you up, watching some TV, like a full 2-liter as your beverage. I'm not quite that comfortable, but I'm feeling good tonight. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Remember how long everyone was pushing Nick Bolton as a first rounder? Not even close. Yeah, I think that ran out pretty quickly. They need IOL. They do. Offensive line in general would be pretty key. But again, a lot of things they could do that would get me excited. For those that don't know, we're generally talking Packers here, but throw in any comments you want. But if you're not sure about the context, Packers is the answer. Rick Rettenmeier has liked the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, my man. Oh, look at that. Lauren's name is up there. See what you got? That's all you got to do. You like it, and then boom, you're famous. 72 people will see your name, and then you're famous. What's your preference for donations? I was donating via YouTube, but is Patreon better? Patreon's always better just because it's recurring. So if you're willing to do it every month, that's always going to be my preference. If you just want to do one time, it's all the same money. It all ends up in the same place, so it's all good, and it's always appreciated. Josh Rabskas, like the stream. Thank you, sir. Don't forget to smash that like button, everyone. Have a blessed weekend, says Professor Cakes. We got a pick coming in right here, so I'm going to turn this. I might just turn it off. It's been fun. The Isley Brothers, thank you very much for your time. You know I still care. I still care. But we got to get back to it. Got to get back to it. Yeah, let's talk more about it instead of doing it. Landon. All right. That's all right. That's all right. I'm going to bring this back over here so I can see. I got to figure out the trade compensation, then I'll go back to updating this guy once I figure that out. I got to check my site and see what I want to get. I'm still way behind in comments here. Cosme's still there teasing us. He is, dude. He's falling. David says, I live in Denver. So sorry about Rodgers not getting traded to them last night. Oh, yeah, for sure. Everybody out there is. No, there's still time. Bearded Buck, I think you made a good point. Rodgers was always accused of playing with no heart or gut. He doesn't hype guys up on the sideline. It's almost been strictly business. Now he's simply done. I mean, you're right. It's been simply business, and I think this thing right here, this is simply business. It's and he's a good football player, and that's the thing. I've been saying this for a long time about he doesn't seem to be that same kind of guy, as far as having the heart. You see guys working out real hard in the off season. He's vacationing. You see the rah rah. He's not rah rah. He's a great football player. There's no question about it. But he's never had that other side of him, and so him just saying, I think I want to move on. And to be fair, again, I've already said if I had that much money, I would never take another hit in my life. You think I'm going to take one more hit from a guy like Khalil Mack after I've got billions of dollars in the bank? Not literally, but it's got to be close by now. The endorsements and everything. Curtis, did I miss the party? I hope not. I hope it's just getting started, man. I prefer porterhouse or ribeye, says Scott. I wish that I knew my steaks. I splurged on a New York strip like 6 months ago, and I almost cried. I'm not even kidding. I cooked it up on the charcoal grill. I know there's better out there, and especially store bought compared to like a steakhouse or whatever. Just doing it right, but still, it's a beautiful thing. This is almost 2 picks behind, is it? Oh, you mean this right here? I just haven't updated it. This is just for my own personal thing so that I can see what players are available. And because there was a trade, I'm not updating it yet because I have to enter that in there so that when we get to that pick, it's correct and not saying the wrong teams. I hope that's what you're talking about and not the stream. It shouldn't be that far behind. Tommy says, driving 2 hours to see my dad and watch your stream. Great chat and content. Keep up the great work. That's awesome, dude. I love hearing that stuff. That's so cool. It seems so strange to me, like you just, to want to do that. We got another pick in. Patriots, forget them. They suck. Who's the best defensive lineman still on the board? That would be our man. Oh, Barmore's still. Is he still there? I think he is. But the Patriots are up. 1 sec. Oh, there goes Barmore. I had a feeling it was going to be Barmore. But Levi and Wuzurike is still fantastic. Lots of people love Davion Nixon. I'm not a huge fan. Milton Williams, I think, is fantastic. Tommy Togiai, I really like out of Ohio State, although I think it's too early. Tufele, I think, is a decent talent. Alim McNeil is mostly a nose tackle, but I think he can be a dominant nose in terms of you will not run against this guy, but also he's not the worst pass rusher in the world. Barmore or McNeil, I think it's Barmore. Sam Sepiol, $4.99 from Sam Sepiol. Thank you very much. Let me get caught up over here. What do we got going on? Sam with the $4.99. Oh, I think I knew that already. But we got Esther like the stream. Brendan Daltex, Super Chat, $4.99. Jeremy Retz with the $4.99. QU with $5. You guys are you're blowing me away today, man. You're killing me. It's one of those things where it's getting to the point where I start to feel guilty. Like, come on, man. You guys are too nice. Chris says Levi. Judge says I like Tommy Togiai. There's not a big sample size with Tommy, but he seems like a solid dude. Levi has the highest ceiling. I agree. I think he's a real underrated prospect. His pressures are through the roof. Rich, because we got to go linebacker or defensive line this round just to show Aaron that he's not in charge here. I don't hate that. I mean, I don't think they're going to do that, but I don't hate that. Bears pick is in. Are they even on? I got to get this updated. So many things to do here. Let me see if we got the updated thing because I want to get this caught up because it looks like the Bears just traded up. All right. So where are we at with? Is this day one? No. So who's the trade with? The Falcons, right? Do they have it on here? Bing, 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 bing. They didn't. They don't have it. Crumbs, man. Aw, crumbs. If anybody knows what the compensation was from the Falcons, and if you have a link that's updated, please let me know. Otherwise, we're just sitting here. It does look like the Bears traded up again, which is hilarious because they have absolutely no picks. Although I tell you what, Tevin Jenkins. I mean, give me a break if they get Tevin Jenkins. Let's see what we got here. I'm scared of the Dolphins. They've had so many picks. Yeah, they got a ton of picks. I say we draft a quarterback to Street Kings. That would, I mean, if there was a good one, I wouldn't necessarily hate it. But, Togiai has a high motor. I haven't watched him, but I like what I see as far as grades and stats and stuff. David Tappa, I just joined on, bro. What's up, man? Good to see you. Glad to have you. Bears pick is in. Be with you in a second. Tevin. Yeah, I called that. That's crazy. I've been saying the NFC North has been killing it with guys that are falling. They're taking a lot of real high value. Tevin Jenkins was he's like a mid first round prospect. I think there was a lot of questions about him as far as being like just a massive mover of human beings. I don't know if he was much of a technician, but still, I mean that's incredible. The NFC North is just making moves right now. Eagles pick is in. Wild picks are flying. Yeah, they really are, which is why, again, if you got links, let me know. We're going to need some love competition. Probably. I mean, he's literally the only quarterback on the roster. I shouldn't. There's probably some other guys that I don't even know their names, but you're not wrong. Um, you're absolutely not wrong now that I think about it. That would be dumb like the Bengals. Rich Smith, Lim McNeil. Christian Barmore, so he's answering that question. Rogers wants to be petty. I'm from the East Coast. We invented petty. Let's see it, dude. Let's get some petty going. So what is this? We got a search query. I'm guessing this is for my thing that I asked for. What happens if a player retires under contract? I'm not reading that, but I appreciate you sending me that link. Tri-state area. Bobby Brown is underrated. Retirement protocol. Bobby Brown has a rough season this year, as did most Seminoles. Big time Bob Wiley says, make him play or retire. Dude, no, not retire. Anything but retire. Literally anything but retire. Falcons, who I believe traded. Yep, they traded. Back on the clock, and the pick is in. Oh, we got a match made. Rich and Street King. You guys. Jonathan Marshall is also underrated, says Judge. Do we really put all this on Rodgers? The amount of respect I've lost for Rodgers is equal to the amount I've lost for Good. I just don't get it. What has Gutekunst done wrong? I don't know one thing that he did wrong. I literally don't know one thing he did wrong. Something about communication. He has no obligation to talk to Rodgers. Drafting Jordan Love is not only prudent, but Rodgers is proving that was a very prudent thing to do because he's a drama queen who's just going to abandon the team whenever he doesn't like whatever, if he doesn't get what he likes. We need Love. It makes a lot of sense. I would be nice if we didn't have to play him this year, but again, drama queen. I cannot think of like one thing Gutekunst has done that makes me angry. I mean, some of the picks haven't been great, but his hit rate is fairly high. Fred Kerstetter in the house. Thanks for the shout out last year. You're welcome. Still no JOK. Yep, that's absolutely true. We got to see what happens. Somebody's going to make a move for him. Sam says, me and my buddies used to know that song by heart and rap it on road trips. That's a good one, dude. If you want to get jacked up, there's a couple from Biggie and Tupac. The thing that's crazy about Tupac is how many of his songs are really slow songs. None of those slow songs are, I mean, they're fine, but his really angry, aggressive ones are the best ones. He did like 4 of them. It's an exaggeration. Falcons pick is in. How much does YouTube take out? I don't really know. I have to look it. I'm sure you could Google it. I don't even know. Probably a pretty high number, to be honest. But Richie Grant, safety. It's kind of a late second round guy, and again, I'm okay with safety, but I don't think that's top priority. So if we get some of these edge rushers, some of these safeties, some of those guys off the board, I'm good with it. I caught up to the QU donation, so thanks again for that, my man, or my lady. Probably a dude, though, am I right? Brando's a sad panda that Landon's gone. Are you live on Facebook, too? I should be. I think there's probably a lot of blame to go around, but Groot's job is to oversee the entire team, overall team health, and his number one priority. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about he could have handled it better. He could have been more delicate. I just don't care. It's so stupid. You're going to leave because they didn't tell you things the right way or they didn't consult you. Just go away. Before ending the stream, check out the grades from the past 6 seasons on this site. They are based mostly on where the experts' mocks predicted a player would go. The grades are hilarious. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Might be able to do that. Almost all the best picks were called reaches. Almost all of the bargains were busts. Rodgers' job is to play quarterback. Like, honestly, if I was Rodgers, why not take a massive pay cut and go year by year? Like, dude, my number one goal would be to win as many Super Bowls as I possibly can. I think that's the question, though. Like, is that really... This team has never been in a better spot to win a Super Bowl. If that's all he cared about, this whole thing about, well, you're not giving me help, this team has never been more primed for a Super Bowl. BS. It's not about you don't have a good enough team. You have probably, arguably, the best team in football. So, what are we talking about here? He's mad about Jordan Love, or he just wants to leave, or I don't know, but I don't care. I'm not interested in dealing with the crybaby nonsense. I want to make this a little bit bigger for myself so I can kind of see what's going on. I may have said thank you to these folks already. Joey Kronzer, thank you for the like. Susan, thank you for the like. Brendan Thompson has followed. Thank you very much, Brendan. And Brendan has also liked the stream, so thank you very much. If you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel or followed the Facebook group or whatever the case may be, wherever you are, please be sure to do that before you leave. I'd hate for you to like it and leave and then never come back. Let me know when you want to come down, Ryan. I'll treat you to a dry-aged bone-in ribeye. Oh. Sorry. That's a steak that can make it... Dude, I'm crying right now. You just said the words and I'm crying. Oh. Oh, you're going to be my best friend. That's amazing. I mean, are you open right now? I'll shut the stream down. Packers almost always seem to hit when their valuation differs from the experts. That's a fair point, man. And the valuation is off a lot. But, I mean, Jair was off. Huge hit. Savage was off. Big hit. A.J. Dillon was way off. Seems to be a pretty good hit. The linebacker, off, hit. DeGuara, way off. I can't say hit, but he looked pretty good and a little bit obscene. Yeah, you're not wrong. Unfortunately, Love was pretty on point with where he's supposed to be, so that's scary. Judge says the Packers don't like drafting the obvious guy. I mean, the thing you love about the Packers is they could not care any less what everybody else says. It's very clear they tune out the rest of the world. They've got their own board, and they stick to it. And they will happily talk just gleefully about their guys and how excited they are. They have no idea that people in the media thought he was a mid-second round guy, and they don't care. They're just, if somebody mentioned it to him, they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's clearly not a mid-second round guy. You guys are just too stupid to know that. Bears just got my guy Jenkins, says David. That's always brutal, isn't it? The Bears do that to me a lot, to be fair. Again, I don't really have any my guys in this. I have a couple, but not like super my guys. They've got a history of taking my guys. Let me see. Who are the... No, I'm not going to look it up, but they've done that several times in the past. The running back that they drafted, the guard/center that they drafted, the defensive tackle that they drafted. I was really high on all three of those guys. Really liked them, and the Bears took them. Josh says, Rodgers has a difficult personality for sure, but a good GM or coach should be able to deal with it much better than Gouda. I mean, I guess, I don't know. And again, that was sort of what I said on Twitter today. I get that that's a reality. And if that's something you got to do as a GM, and he's even admitted it, so it's hard to argue with it. He even said, I could have handled it better. That gives me that doesn't change my perspective on Aaron Rodgers at all. Not at all. If anything, it makes me lose respect for him. You should not have to be catered to like a little princess. And the fact that that's what you're demanding is, I don't have any respect for that. That's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. Lions pick is in. I guarantee this is going to be a good pick. It's going to be a JOK or something because the NFC North has just been killing this. Well, they got Levi. So, again, they're getting all my guys. It's not like one of the guys that fell, but it's a fantastic player. Are the Bears out of picks for the decade? I can't wait to find out. I feel like very possibly they are. Goot's not a people person. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Rodgers isn't a people person either. And again, I don't care. Gutekunst and Rodgers could never talk, and there's no problem with that. Why do Rodgers and Gutekunst need to talk? There's nothing to talk about. Talk to your coach about football. You don't need to talk to the GM. You don't need to address the GM, and he doesn't need to address you. You have no stake in the draft, in the personnel moves, nothing. The only time you need to talk to him is if there's contract negotiations. And I'm not saying you never talk to him, but you don't need to. It's silly to me. Again, I acknowledge that that's the way the NFL is, that you need to cater and pamper to these sweet, soft, little, genteel human beings, but it shouldn't be that way. And if that's what you demand is to be catered to, like a, again, like a princess, okay, I guess that's you, but I have no respect for that. That's pathetic. Brendan has followed. Brendan has liked the stream. Justin has followed, and Jeremy Retz has liked the stream. Thank you. Stream. Thank you very much. Again, I repeat a lot of these because I don't know which ones I've said, but I just want to keep us all updated and say thank you to everybody that participates and supports the stream, the show, the whole thing. I really appreciate it. Again, if you got a place that you can share this, it would be greatly appreciated. Get the word out. Let's see. It didn't bother you that Goot gave Clay Matthews' jersey number to Rashawn Gary? I didn't even remember that was a thing. Why would that? Clay Matthews is gone. I don't. Again, it's such like. I mean, I get that maybe there's a general decorum and maybe it was the wrong thing to do, but I mean, you see wide receivers do that all the time. One sec. There goes Eichenberg. Another one a lot of you guys probably liked. Again, and that's I think a perfect example. What Judge said here. That's a perfect example of the way the NFL is. If you have tact and decorum, you have to be very gentle, be very respectful. You can't have 52 because, Clay just left and used to be good for us like 18 years ago. So you shouldn't take that number, pick a different number, and that's the way it is. Or you just drafted this guy. He's a monster. He's here. Clay's not. You pick whatever number you want because you're the man now. And if Clay wants to cry about it, he can. I don't know if he did. I have no idea, but dude, grow up, man. Jeez. We're not retiring your number. There's only so many numbers. I'm sorry. I don't know. That's just me. I would be a terror. And again, that's sort of a thing, too, with, like, coaches have changed their demeanor. And the way, what I'm saying now used to be the way coaches talk to players and stuff. And coaches now are like, you can't do that anymore because they're too sensitive. They'll leave. They'll quit. So you're right that you need to do something differently, but I'll concede that maybe Goot isn't doing things right, although I have no idea. But that does not change my opinion of Rodgers even slightly, because you have no right to demand those kinds of things. It's pathetic. Panthers traded 39 and 151 to the Bears for so cool. I need to see the Falcons one first before we get there. Let me update my little thing here and see if they've added these trades. I don't know if they're even updating this. I thought they were going to, but maybe they're not going to. Oh, yep. Day 2 trades. There we go. So here we go. We'll do this together. So the Falcons traded with the Broncos, correct? I think. Let me just double check that. Let me update this. Yes, from Atlanta. Okay. So Broncos received... First of all, we got to get the right teams here. Atlanta. There we go. 35 and 219. Broncos got number 40. They gave up number 40 and then 114 here. So there you go. That's, I believe, the trade. Broncos came up, and the Broncos picked Javonte, right? Bam, bam, Bigelow. And then we got the Dolphins took Javon Holland. Boom, boom. Then we got Eagles took Landon. Boom, boom. And then the Patriots and Cincinnati traded. So let's see this one here. So we'll trade with the Patriots here. Get Cincinnati on the clock. The Bengals they gave up 38. Patriots gave up 46, 122, and 139. Boom. And the Patriots selected Christian Barmore. And then we've got, where are we at? What's going on now? Oh, this is Chicago. I was freaking out. I thought I did Chicago. All right, let's see what Chicago gave up. I know you just told me, but it's going to be fun. Plus, we get to see what picks are even left. Look at how far they moved, dude. They are giving up everything. Anyways, Carolina, that's a big jump. So, obviously, the Bears received 39. They also got 151. Chicago gave up 52, 83, and 204. They don't, look at that. They don't pick again until round 6, 208. They gave away everything for 2 players. This is such a Chicago Bears thing to do. Look at this. The only picks they have left they gave away, they have 3 6-round picks and they're done. They're done. That's it. That's all they get. And then next year, they don't have a first. They don't have a fourth. Incredible. It's just incredible. I genuinely feel bad for Justin Fields, even if he's very good. Ryan Pace is so trash. How? I mean, and again, I like the pick, but you can't do this, dude. You cannot do this. I'm so happy that that's the GM. So they took Tevin. Fantastic pick. I mean, he fell, although, he fell for a reason, but whatever. And then the Falcons were back on the clock, took Richie Grant. Oh, we got another trade. So many trades, dude. Lions picked Ivan Wuzurike. There you go. There goes Morig, as I call him. Whenever I say guys' names wrong, I just, like Jamin Davis, Morig, I stick with it, man. You just got to ride it out. All right, so then the Giants. Miami traded. So do we have Miami's trade up? Not yet. So this is where we're at. We don't have that trade yet. Yeah. All right. So, but this is pretty close to where we're at with the board, minus a couple guys. Morig is gone, and who else is gone? Liam Eichenberg is gone, who's way down here. Still got JOK. Still got Sam Cosmi, who I thought was a potential first-round pick for us. Still got Terrace Marshall, who, again, he's 35, expected to be gone. I know some of you sick, twisted people want Asante Samuel. I'll get over it, but people are going to lose it. Rondale, fine. I'm hoping there's a run on edge rushers. Not that it isn't something we could do, but it'd be nice to just get these guys out of the way so we don't have to worry about it. Jalen would make sense. Creed would make sense. I'm not a big fan of Pat, but it's a thing. Nick Bolton, Dylan Radunes, Wyatt Davis. I mean, it's great. And then my guy right here, Jabril. And, of course, we could always go, the Packers pick at 62, so we can go for a while. We got Quinn here. You got Diami Brown. You got Amon-Ra. You got Kelvin Joseph. These are all, Packer picks. As far as, positions. Linebacker, wide receiver, offensive tackle. Josh Myers, Brady Christensen. He's in that range. He's got the RAS. He's got, BYU, so you generally assume there's a high character thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the pick at all. But, we're still kind of in that range of possibility for the Packers, clearly. But anyways, let's bring this back up because you guys have been gone for quite some time. Thank you, Justin Connor, for liking the stream. Much appreciated, my friend. All right, no fighting in the chat now. We're all friends here. All right, Kentucky Derby stuff, Bears trade details. Cowboys pick is in. Let's see what the Cowboys are doing here. Drew Pearson. Is this the guy that went nuts the other time? In Philly, didn't he go nuts? Is that the guy? Sounds like it. Guy gets you excited every time, man. What a cool guy. I like this guy. He's got stories. Anyways, Jordan Love is an absolute cannon. J. Love is mobile. J. Love scores on 3rd and 8 in the NFC Championship game. Don't forget, too, he's a great fit for this system. He's perfect for what I mean, he was handpicked by our coach because he fits perfectly for what we want to do. He is a beautiful pick. He's a developmental guy who's playing for a coach that builds quarterbacks. Not to mention having a year behind. These guys are all jacked up. All right. Perfect. Didn't want him. I mean, I'd have been okay with him if we didn't already get Stokes, but yeah, get the corners out of here too. Get Asante, get Azeez Ojulari out of here. Get what do we got? Joseph Asai, get him out of here. Get Pat Freiermuth out of here. Not interested. Get Basham out of here. I'm good with all that stuff. Love has better deep ball accuracy and can hit receivers in stride. I mean, listen, if you guys haven't seen it, go check out, if you're already there, the Packernet Podcast Facebook page. Also, the YouTube channel, if you want to search for it. But I did some videos on Jordan Love, 2 different videos. One was comparing Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. And one of the videos actually kind of highlighted how Jordan Love does things better than Aaron Rodgers. Now, that was the year prior to his MVP season when he obviously had glaring issues. This past year, he really didn't have many. But the other one was just gushing over the guy. I really like him. And I did not like him at first because the only game I watched was LSU because why bother? I didn't think we were getting a quarterback. But no, the more I watched him, I really love the guy. And if you watched his 2018 tape, you just realize this guy's a special quarterback. So check out those videos. They're a lot of fun. I like to go back and watch them once in a while too. It's just he does some really, really good stuff for sure. All right. Aaron wants say in personnel moves. That's one thing he's mad about. And again, I get it. That's fine. You know, you got certain guys out there that there are certain organizations who will let guys like that have some pull. The Packers aren't one of those organizations. If you want that, you have to leave. That's just the way it goes. And I support the Packers in that. Quarterbacks don't make personnel decisions. I'm sorry. Jaguars pick is in. We're flying, man. Azeez. Oh, yeah, they need offensive line. That's what I was saying yesterday. So Walker Little's gone. I'll be honest, I wasn't super high on Walker Little. So I'm not super upset about that. I know it's a position of need, but that wasn't really my guy. This is a blue-collar team and organization, and Rodgers is a prima donna. And I agreed. And I support the Packers in that. And if Rodgers wants something different, he has the ability to leave. That's completely his prerogative. If other teams want to run their organizations differently, like, again, Tampa Bay let Tom Brady run the show, and they won a Super Bowl. So if some teams want to run that way, that's fine. I don't want a team that runs that way. I don't. I want a GM who has GM talents and abilities to be a GM, and I want a quarterback who has talent at being a quarterback to be a quarterback. It doesn't seem like that crazy of a thing. Mike says it's painful to see all these good players go off the board. It's not as bad as I thought. I mean, again, we still got a lot of guys that are here, and there's picks that I didn't think would be. Bengals pick is in. This is probably going to be a tackle, right? I mean, it kind of has to be, I would think. I guess it doesn't have to be, but Sam Cosmi would make a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, there's still some great players here. Still got some good stuff. Rondale Moore was expected to possibly be not recently, but was thought to be a first-round pick for a long time. Again, Terrace Marshall. And I said I think he's going to fall quite a bit. There might be a team that falls in love with his skill set, but again, it's weird we didn't hear a single positive word about Terrace Marshall this whole time. Josh says, man, you guys seem to think Love can come in and be a seamless transition. I hope you're correct. I don't think it'll be a seamless transition. I like his skill set. I like what he brings, and I think with time, and he didn't really get a lot of time, and I have no expectation, nor should anybody, that he'll come in and be an elite player. But I just trust that he does have that skill set, and as much as out of 10 quarterbacks, there's a good, 9.5 of them aren't going to pan out, I think that this is as good of an opportunity for a quarterback to succeed in Green Bay as any. What is the percentage chance? Is that 20%, 30%, 50%, 70%? I don't know. I'm hovering around 50-ish that he's good enough. And remember, it's not all on the quarterback. It has been in the past with Aaron Rodgers, but it's not all on the quarterback. It's a quarterback-friendly scheme. It's very scheme-heavy. It's very run-heavy. it takes a lot of pressure off. Bengals pick is in. My guess is Sam Cosmi. We'll see what happens. But hopefully they do something stupid again. Dr. Pepper down. Priscilla says, listen, bro, your show sucks. Thank you, Priscilla. That's got to be a dude. Women don't talk that way. You wearing a dress, dude? Some dude in a dress said my show sucks. That's not very nice. Ow. Not who I was expecting, but that'll work. Again, that's kind of a third round guy expected to be anyways. But all right, tackles are flying now. Tyler Trump says, "Here's one for the algorithm. Loving the meats talk lately. If you're ever near Mount Rushmore, come on down to Custer, South Dakota. Home raised beef on a smoker with a mountain view. I got to figure out how to do that. This is why I want to be able to quit my job someday, so I can just be like, I'm gonna go to South Dakota real quick, and I absolutely would do that. If you think I'm lying, see if Blaine is in here. He can tell you about the time we decided on a random weekend to just drive to South Dakota to South Carolina, go swim in the beach, pass out, drive back home from Wisconsin. That's how I roll. It's harder with a family, but you know. Let's see. I'm kind of skipping past some of the bickering just a little bit. I think I've said my piece on it, so I'm not gonna feed the fire there. HIQ says, "Pack Daddy." What up, Pandora's Box? Family Feud. Steve. All right. HIQ says, I'm an OG fan from 2017. That's awesome, dude. I'm assuming you're talking. Have I been doing this since 2017? Oh, you talking about the YouTube channel? Dude, it's come a long way, hasn't it? I don't get nearly the views I used to. It sucks that I didn't know what I was doing, and I had to keep taking. I would do like 5 videos and they would blow up, and there was some that got like 20,000 views, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. But I didn't know what I was doing, so it was a lot of work. It would take me a week to do a video. Hey, they're drinking Dr. Pepper. Ha, we're best friends now. And so I was just like, I can't do this, man. And I was sticking to the podcast, and it's like, you know, I'm just going to stick with that. And now there's a billion people doing that, and it's like I'm way down the totem pole, but it's all right. It'll be all right. Still think I'm better at it than most of them, so I'll get there eventually. Everything after the first round is crazy fast. It's kind of hard to keep up with. I want to get caught up on comments so I can get these picks in. Street King says, right, let's be real. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon would be our number 1 and number 2 threats. Yeah, and Devontae is still going to be a beast, right? Just for example, think about the San Francisco 49ers with Jimmy Garoppolo. I think that's like the floor, right? Can you just be Jimmy Garoppolo, who's like a barely mediocre quarterback? Because it's the same scheme, same level of offensive line, better running backs, better number 1 wide receiver, possibly a better defense. I mean, you know, I'm just saying. Do. Josh says, at this point, negotiation with Rodgers is over. I can't see him taking another snap. That's kind of the vibe, isn't it? Like, it's kind of like there's been so much, like, this has cut everybody so deep to the core. And maybe the Packers and Rodgers aren't operating that way. It's just the fans. But it just feels like this is such a deep cut that I don't know if this gets fixed, but it's also the players. I mean, you got players that signed because Aaron Rodgers is there, right? Because Aaron Rodgers gives them a chance to win a Super Bowl. And after all these guys sign again, he's just going to be like, all right, actually, I think I'm out. Like, that's going to be tough on the locker room. That's going to be tough on a lot of different things. I don't know if you can just be like, all right, we worked it out. Everything's good. Like, is it, though? Like, I don't know about all that. And absolutely never am I trading Jordan Love. A lot of people are like, look, just trade him so that we can keep Rodgers. This dude's going to book the first time somebody looks at him wrong, and I'm going to get rid of my only other option at quarterback? Never. That guy's never going anywhere. We will always have a plan B at quarterback as long as Aaron Rodgers is around because I just don't trust him anymore. The Bears just made a draft like my 13-year-old brother would do on a Madden franchise. There have been so many funny Justin Fields seizure jokes, and I can't say any of them because they're very mean. But you guys are killing it with those. Cosme is sliding. Get him, dude. Trade up right now. Keep an eye on that ticker, man. Keep an eye on it. There's some talent right here. Chargers pick is in. Cleveland getting a lot of love here. There goes Asante. Again, good for us, you know. I mean, if we didn't take Stokes and Asante was falling here, Packer fans would be bawling their eyes out right now. You should have traded up, but we already got our guy, so let's get these corners off of here. I'm good with it. And that's the team that absolutely could have taken an offensive line. I know they did in the first round, but why not? Jason says Raduns 2, which always makes me think of StarCraft. Adun Toredas. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not the only nerd in here. I can't read the season comment. I'm going to have to block any comment that says seizure or seizing. I know it's not funny, but it is, says Street King. That's where I'm at. I'm not saying it. I'll just pretend I'm laughing at something else. Let's see. Dolphins receive. I'll check that out in a bit. JOK still there. Jeremy says this was the Vikings pick from Yannick. What's going on? I'm so far behind on stuff. I don't even know what's going on. Walker Little has top 5 pick left tackle talent. He just got hurt early in 20. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. He's been hurt a lot. He's got a lot of injury issues. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Michael says Jordan Love is way better than Justin Fields. It's not even close. Be fun watching those two go at it twice a year. That's true. Plus, I just trust our scheme and our supporting cast. Even if Justin Fields is a little bit better, I think our guy's going to look better, and we can still laugh about it, and that's funny. BYU offensive tackle to the Packers, Todd says. I'm feeling it. They probably won't because I never have my finger on the pulse of what the Packers are doing, but I mean, that's kind of where my head's at right now if I had to pick. If you told me I had to. Michael says, wait, is Cosme gone? No, he's not. He's still there. For some reason, people are letting Cosme slide. I mean, that might have been my favorite pick in round 1 was Sam Cosme. Dan says, I'm here. Welcome, Dan. Loudon Audio Books. What's going on? If he gets to 47, I say we go up and get him with a 4th, 5th, and a 7th, says Street King. A lot of guys available that I've been hoping that they were going to get. Big time Bob Wiley says. Is anyone else's stream super behind? Again, if you're talking about this over here, it has nothing. I need to update that myself. Ryan is slow. You're slow. Get out of my face. Yeah, the board here, I'm doing that manually, so that's what's behind. Right now, the 49ers pick is in. We're just waiting on the 49ers. Had a thought as to why they took Stokes. They want to make sure a new DB has at least 1 year of coaching from Jerry Gray. They had to promote him this year to keep him. May soon be gone. That's true. Again, I don't know that they put all that much into it. I really think it's just take the best available player largely, but, it's true. It's actually a really good point from Dan, and I was thinking about this. I was going to talk about it a little bit tomorrow. He says, I just heard the whole Packers secondary wants out of Green Bay because they picked a corner in the first round. Literally every single draft, players are put on notice. Every single draft. Kevin King is the guy this year. He knows he's done because we just drafted a guy. Cry about it, right? And if Stokes was garbage and King balled out and was the best corner in football and won MVP, and they were like, we're keeping him, he's our guy, what's he going to do? Retire about it? Just stupid stuff. 49ers pick is in. Aaron Banks, wow. Where's Aaron Banks at? Aaron Banks is 93rd. So, I mean, again, these are just consensus rankings, but that's definitely not somebody that I had on my list. Bears won the draft, says Superman. Tell me about it. I'm happy with it. Jacob says Aaron Rodgers has been so in his own head, he just sabotaged his own legacy. And the sad thing is he watched Favre do that. Favre was the most loved figure in all of Wisconsin, and even outside of Wisconsin. And now he became like a joke when this whole thing went down. It's horrible. Like I've said, I grew up in Illinois, and people in Illinois didn't even really trash Favre. I mean, occasionally they would, but there was a general understanding that, no, this dude's legit. He's maybe the best quarterback in football. And you just kind of throw it away like that. It's crazy. Why is the board behind you? Whenever there's a trade, I have to wait to find out what the trade compensation is. So I will do that in a minute, and I'll try to get caught up on it. All right. Yeah, the board is really upsetting a lot of people. So let's see if we got some trade stuff figured out here. Giants in Miami. All right. Where's Miami at? Boom. And we got the New York Giants. So Dolphins receive 42. Giants receive 50 and a 2022 third-round pick. There you go. And then with that pick, the Miami selected Liam Eichenberg. And then we've got, let me refresh this so I can get updated on the picks. The Raiders, man, the trades. You guys are killing me with the stupid trades. All right, 49ers and the Raiders did a trade. San Francisco. So the Raiders receive 43 and 230. And then they get 48 and 121. That's crazy. Anyways, and then with this, they got Trayvon Morig. And then Dallas took Kelvin Joseph. And then the Jaguars took Walker Little. And the Bengals took Jackson Carman. And who did the Chargers just take? They took Asante, didn't they? Is that what it was? Cardinals pick is in. Yes, Chargers took Asante. There goes Rondale. We lost Rondale. Man, they stack wide receivers like nobody else. It's crazy. 49ers took Aaron Banks. All right, I'm just trying to contemplate a Packers trade up here. I'm starting to just thinking in my own head here. And then Arizona just took Rondale. So the Giants are back on the clock, correct? Right? Yep. All right. Haven't messed this up so far. What do we got going on here? Doot, 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 doot. So many updates here. Nothing super substantive, I don't think. Pack Daddy, you need to have a contest of weirdest places to stream a draft party. Fair enough. I don't know if I'll do a contest, but if you're streaming at a weird place, let me know. And if you can post a picture, I don't know if you can. Do it. If you can't, actually, you know what? Tag me on Twitter. You know what? Forget that. Forget the weirdest thing. Go on Twitter. Hashtag is draft party and just show me what you're rocking. I don't care if it's just you hanging out in your basement by yourself, if you got some people around, if you got some food. Hashtag draft. No, let's do something more specific. Just do Packernet draft party is the hashtag, and we'll pull that. We can pull it up on. I'll throw it up on the stream so we can see what you guys are rocking. Hashtag Packernet draft party. If it wasn't okay, I don't want to read that. What is this? Ha. Picking on people. All right, I'm all caught up there. Rashawn Gary's going to be announcing the pick for the Packers today, for those that didn't know. Let me see if I can pull that up. I've never done that before, so I'm assuming that'll be fine. Packernet draft party. Nothing yet. All right, what have the Giants done thus far? All right, so New York Giants took Kadarius Toney. Anything else? No. So they need an edge rusher. They need to take Azeez Ojulari or Joseph Asai or whatever. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's what we need to be rocking. What do we got here? Anything interesting? No. And no. All right. We're back. Street King says Giants take Cosme. Hopefully you're not leaking that, but that would make a decent amount of sense. Again, I know Giants fans like their offensive line, but that doesn't mean the Giants necessarily like it. The only reason I know that is because I've had them taking offensive linemen and I get yelled at for it. I'm way out of the loop on that one. I don't know what you're talking about. A woman changes who you are. Man, I missed some good conversation here. Hold on. I got to go backwards a little bit. I missed some good stuff here. Can you tell me the last 5 picks? You got to announce them, Ryan. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to do a better job. Yeah, we'll do the last 5. So, Walker Little was taken by the Jaguars. The Cincinnati Bengals took tackle Jackson Carman out of Clemson. The Chargers took cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. The San Francisco 49ers at 48 took offensive guard Aaron Banks out of Notre Dame. And then the Cardinals just selected Rondale Moore, wide receiver out of Purdue. The Giants pick is currently in. I forgot some of you guys are just watching this, so I will do my best to do a fun, dramatic, bow, here's the pick thing. Why is the board? Stop asking me about the board. I'm going to turn that off. You guys are driving me nuts with the board. All right. What did I miss? Your wife is supposed to help you accomplish your goals. Not. Oh, you guys are talking about Rodgers. I gotcha. Ryan, you need to pick up Franklin's Barbecue book, World Class Texas Barbecue. Use that taco fund. So my dad bought me a book. I don't think this is the same one. Let me check out what this is here. Franklin's Barbecue book. Okay. Oh, I saw this guy, I think, on Netflix. I think so. I think I saw this guy. It was like one of those shows where they go through a bunch of different barbecue places. All right, man. I might do that. I'm digging it. I'm just binge watching YouTube and learning everything I can about it, and I'm loving it. But we'll see. We shall see how it goes. All right, where are we at now? Talking about wives. I thought that was a more fun conversation, but we're just talking about Rodgers, so I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's see. After a few years listening on your podcast, first time picking you up on YouTube and seeing your face. Isn't that weird? It's always a massive disappointment too. Like that's not what I thought. That sucks. JOK still there. You know who's going to get him? It's going to be somebody in the NFC North because those guys have been picking up all the... Who's going to take him in front of us? What do we got here? Is there anybody in front of us? I don't think so. Where the heck did Minnesota go? I can do what I want. All right. I mean, we got to be... Let me check the board here and see if we give up our third. Not saying I want to, but how high would we get if we did that? Just like, here's our third. So if the Packers give up pick 92, according to this, they could get up to. They wouldn't even need to do that. They wouldn't need to do that. But after that, Green Bay's next highest pick, the fourth round, doesn't get us very high. So that's here. All right, Giants pick is in. I'll announce this one. So the Giants did take Azeez Ojulari, edge rusher out of Georgia, another guy that's been falling way down the boards. Again, they definitely need an edge rusher. I think that's a great pick for them. I like their defense and what they've been doing, but they just need that true premier edge rusher. So that's pretty cool. Who is this guy getting all jacked up? So weird. Anyways, all right, in the fourth round, if we gave up a fourth-round pick, we would get up to roughly 104, so about 54 overall. So we're close. We're right in that range where the Packers could give up their first fourth-round pick. They've got two fourth-round picks, 135 and 142. We're almost in striking range. We might be about in striking range to go up and get somebody. We still got JOK on the board. We still have Sam Cosmi on the board. Terrace Marshall's still on the board. That's pretty incredible. And again, I don't know what their board is. We might trade up for somebody that we think is silly, like Nick Bolton or something, but whatever. We are just about in striking distance for a fourth-round pick. So that's pretty cool. Let me update our board here. Let's see if we got these trade compensations up yet. It doesn't look like it. They don't have it yet. The Giants did trade, right? Still got to wait for it. Yes, I know the board is not right. Wait. I'm confused. This isn't a trade. This is New York Giants from Miami, but that was a trade back, right? Yeah, so this is just straight up. Never mind, I'm stupid. Azeez. All right. So again, according to this, I mean, if we're super strict and the Washington pick is in, so we're not trading up here, but keep your eyes glued on the TV screen. Does Washington need a linebacker? They need something more substantive. I don't think they got a tackle, so this could be Sam Cosmi here. What did Washington get in round one? They got Jamin Davis. I think this has to be Cosmi. We'll see. Yep, so Washington did select Samuel Cosmi, offensive tackle out of Texas. He went just outside of our range, so that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks a lot, actually. That would have been pretty incredible if the Packers would have traded up and got him. And I don't know, but I have to assume the Packers were making some calls trying to get up, and they just didn't get him. So, but that could be false. Panthers are on the clock. Keep an eye out. Again, we are in striking distance of giving up a fourth-round pick. We have two fourth-round picks. If we give up one, we can get up to about this range. And again, I don't know who the Packers would like. Obviously, JOK is still there, which is great. I don't know if the Packers even want the guy. Let's update this Samuel Cosmi here. Again, the strict interpretation of the big board, if we give up pick 135, puts us at, let me do the math again. Come on, highlight it already. You stupid thing. There we go. So what is that? That's 102. 102 puts us at pick 55 technically. We are at pick 52 right now. So it's kind of between 54 and 55. But again, we're right in there. So I think at about 54, we're at like the real strict spot. And look, they could give up an additional sixth or something if they wanted to. But the Browns are on the clock, so there is a trade, but it was the Browns that moved up. I bet the Browns are doing JOK because did they get a linebacker in the first round? No, they were a prime candidate for JOK in the first round. 100% they were. Linebacker, Zaven Collins, JOK. That was a prime consideration for the Browns, and they ended up taking Newsome, and now he's within striking distance, so they're sitting here. I have to assume that's what they're doing. I have to assume that. We'll see. We'll see. See if we got anything for the Packernet draft party. Nothing. You guys don't have any fun parties or what? Hashtag Packernet draft. Did I type that right? Packernet draft party. Yeah. All right. Where are we at? Creed Humphrey might be a sneaky solid pick. We're almost in that territory too where it's like, I don't know if I want to trade up. There's nobody that I want to give up a 4th round pick for. You know? Like, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but there's so many good players still here that I just don't know that it's going to be necessary. You know, yeah, JOK is probably gone. Okay. Terrace Marshall, Jalen Mayfield, Creed Humphrey, maybe Nick Bolton, Dylan. Again, I go through the whole list again. There's plenty of guys, but I don't know. You know how Gutekunst is. He was saying too. It's like it's hard watching these guys fly off the board. I'm a Bear fan, but your stream is cool, bro. Thanks, Superman. I'd love to give you props on the picks. I think you got 2 great picks. I'm laughing hysterically that you guys gave away all your. You have no more picks until the 6th round, and you don't have, I think, what was it, a 1st and a 4th next year? Pace is just he's bad, dude. I'm sorry. It's like I like the picks, but the way he goes about getting them is so stupid. He hates picks. He hates picks. Thank you very much to Brendan Daltax for the $1.99. He says, "Pay this man." I'm not going to argue with that. Aaron Van Tassel has liked the stream so far. The only negative comment that I've gotten in this entire stream supposedly has come from a female, and I'm shocked by that. I choose to believe it was a man in a dress, though. Either way, whether it's a man or a woman, that's an insulting sentiment. So here we go. I have a feeling it's Browns taking JOK here. We'll see what happens. Whoa, we got an infusion of... There's like a massive importing of comments, so I lost a bunch there. I do not want 10 picks. I do. Why not? I want as many picks as possible. Browns are up. Yep, I know. Here's the pick. Ready? Dollars to donuts. Justin wants Eskridge so bad. Yeah, we got Jabril Cox, Olim McNeil. There's so many guys, man. Maybe move up in the 3rd if something falls. That's the other thing, 100%. Some of these guys that we like in the 2nd are going to be there in the 3rd. Move up then. We can move them way up. I mean, if we give up a 4th in the 3rd round, we'll look at it. But you move up a lot. David, I've seen you comment C- Dickerson, Alabama a couple times, unless that just re-looped itself for some reason. I don't know what that means. There it is. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah to the Cleveland Browns. That was almost too obvious. David says, great looking show. Can't follow it, bro. Need to be real time. I mean, it's as real time as I can make it. You need a wingman live. I'll be your Huckleberry. Sorry, man. It's not how I roll. I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel. Were you even old enough to listen to Tupac and Biggie? Why do you think I wouldn't be old enough? Born in the 80s, son. Grew up listening to music in the 90s. Do you think Rogers says love practice? Do you think Rogers say love practice and thought, saw love practice and thought that guy has better lock it up? That I've seen that postulated. Maybe, I don't know. I would doubt it. I doubt he's like watching Love and like, dude, this guy's so good. I need to get him traded or I'm going to lose my job. Maybe, but I doubt it. Titans pick is in, so they're not trading up here. David says, or at least a producer. Yeah, that would be nice to have a producer. And I would try to talk my kids into it, but I can't have them just sit down here and do nothing for whatever. Just so I can be like, hey, pull this up, pull that up, whatever. It is what it is, man. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. I get it. Update your beard, dude. Update your beard. I don't know what any of these comments mean. You guys just bored or what? Oh, we're still talking about Clay Matthews? Come on. Oh, no, I think this is just so many old comments I've already seen. When it does that update for comments, it's always weird. Let's see. Ken says, hey, what's up from Ohio? How's it going? I'm glad to see we got about the same amount of people as we did yesterday. A lot of love for the second round, and plus the Packers are getting close. It's good to see. I'm glad you guys are all here. I appreciate that very, very much. Spencer says, please, let's get Jordan Love. Oh, did I say Ken? What's up from Ohio? What's going on, man? Appreciate you being here. Spencer, please let's get Jordan Love some help finally. Love it. Love the attitude. Love the sentiment. Brambo09, $2.99 super chat. Pay this man his money. I really appreciate that. The support has been pretty overwhelming today. It's been more negative than yesterday, but also a lot more positive. So I'm good with that. Fortunately, as you heard from somebody that's been watching me since 2017, you get beat up a lot on YouTube, so you develop some pretty thick skin. So I almost kind of enjoy it a little bit. I mean, I don't, but it's gone from like I couldn't sleep that night because somebody was mean to me and said my video that I spent a week on sucked, to just being like, this guy's such an idiot. It's unbelievable how much of a piece of garbage you have to be to just like try to ruin a person's day because I got nothing better to do. Like, your life sucks so much. Michael says, Jabril is my go-to now. I want him. Get her done, Goot. Yeah, I think I might be with you. I mean, I'm good with so many guys here. Terrace could be real interesting. Where are we at here? Was that... we got to figure out what the Browns... I doubt the compensation is up yet. It is. Wait, no, it's not. We found out what one team did. Oh. No, we got it. We got it. We're good. Where's the Browns at? Here's the compensation. The Browns receive, and I got to get Carolina up here. What's up, bud?
Who's going?
Titans. Packers are almost up. Browns receive 52 and 113. Carolina 59. 89. Here we go. Titans select Dylan Radins. All right, so if you liked him, he's gone. Very possible the Packers really liked him. Possible they hated him. I have no idea. But JOK goes there. And Mr. Dylan Rayguns. What about the Chiefs?
Whoa. How many times did the Chiefs go?
I think just once.
Wait, where
Oh, no, they didn't because they traded their pick. So they haven't gone at all yet. What am I doing? Dylan Rayguns right here. So again, pick 54 is technically right where the Packers can move up with a fourth. Colts pick is in, though. So Colts pick is officially in.
What, already?
It goes really fast now.
Why does it go super fast?
The first round just goes slow. After that, it goes a lot faster. Do. Any offensive tackles left that are interesting in round 2? Well, here's what we got. We got Jalen Mayfield, who is strictly a right tackle. Brady Christensen is not expected to go here, but that wouldn't stop the Packers, obviously. And he was the highest, maybe the highest graded player in all of college football via PFF. Not that that necessarily means he's a top-tier guy. There's a lot of reasons why, but that would be about it. I mean, you can like these guys, but generally speaking, I wouldn't expect too many more to go here. So, I mean, we're getting thin at each position, but there's still options. At wide receiver, we got a big pile here, basically down to Amari. You could say Dwayne Eskridge, I guess. This group here, pretty big. We saw tackle. Interior, we got a pretty good pile all the way down to Trey Smith. I think all these guys are a possibility. Davion Alim, we went through this list basically all the way down to here, I think are possibilities. Linebacker, we got these guys. Even safety, we got to be on alert for that being a possibility. Expect the unexpected. All right.
Daddy,
What?
do you see those numbers on the guys that they can pick?
Yes.
Are those for how good they are?
Yes. The lower the number, the better. Supposedly.
What's the best number?
This guy. 35. Terrace Marshall.
Second?
Huh?
Second?
No, number 1, right here. The top of the... So it's in order of who's the best. This is the order.
Who's the worst?
Oh, he's way down there. Gotta go way down. All right. Colin's just taking over my show here. 574, Zionde Johnson. There you go. It's probably just because they go in alphabetical order after a while, so I don't really know. All right. Home Splice says, love when the kids join in. Say hi, Colin.
Hi.
Michael's commenting that good looks probably don't come from me. That's fair. That's fair. Kids in the house. Producer has arrived. Mayfield is likely a guard. Yeah, that's a common thing with him, which still doesn't mean he won't get picked because we need that too. Did you ever play football or ever coach? I played in middle school. I hated it. I didn't want to do it again. It wasn't fun for me. I liked playing with my friends in the backyard. I didn't like organized football. It was just like a job. It sucked. It was like I want to go home and I have to go do this after school activity where I got to work and like run and be out of breath. And we were a terrible football team. We didn't win a single game. Probably because people like me with that attitude were on the team. Let's see. How likely is it they feel good about the offensive line after Runyon's production last year? I do get the impression they like the line probably better than most fans, but there's definitely more work to do. Patrick McCain says Terrace Marshall? Maybe. We'll see. Tackles who will likely remain at tackle are becoming rare now. Yeah, that's a good point. Sort of those iffy kind of guys. Sergio says, I would have liked the Packers to take Raidens, Mr. Rayguns. Colts pick is in, so no trade up here. I think did the Colts take an edge? I hope they didn't, because we really need to get these guys. They took Kwity Paye. There's so many of these guys hovering. I guess there's not a lot. They did kind of dwindle. We got, 2 sitting here?
Then how many drafts are
3.
there?
There's 7 rounds. This is round 2.
What?
Yep.
So
So we're doing 2 and 3, and then tomorrow we got the rest of them. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, wow. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day.
Yep.
You're going to take a day off, right?
Oh, no. You mean from work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't have to go to work. It's Saturday.
Saturday tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh, that's right! For my football game.
Yeah.
Football game and
Mm-hmm. Oh, Denigbo. Nice.
Where's Animal? The second best?
Was not expecting Deo Odenigbo to go, so that's kind of cool.
Where
Is he an
he?
edge?
Where is he?
Deo, yeah. 114 is where he's expected to be, so that was
A weird pick.
a weird pick is a good way to put it, yeah. And they just took an edge, so they went back-to-back edge rushers and kind of reached on this one a little bit, so... Again, we're still in trading range, and we were kind of to the point where we could possibly trade our second fourth-round pick and be able to get up if we wanted to. And again, I'm not saying I want to. I'm just saying be on alert for... Oh, pick is in, so the Steelers aren't doing it. But keep an eye out, Colin, if you see the Packers pop up there.
Yes. Oh, I don't need to be a lookout now.
Yeah, the pick is in.
Yeah. Look at this. This is the guy. Look at he always just gets.
Yep.
Look at this.
Yeah, he's a pass rusher. He goes and gets the quarterback.
Is he not
Is your son a Hey, Colin, are you a Packer fan?
Yes.
There you go.
You bet.
Tim says, "What jagoff gave you a thumbs down?" It's just it's YouTube, dude. It's so filled with miserable human beings. It's unbelievable. Like Twitter and Facebook have some negativity to it. YouTube is just a whole other level. Like people on here will just tell you to go jump off a bridge and be dead serious about it. Much more friendly and positive vibes in the chat versus Facebook timeline. The chat seems to be pretty good. It's just the general comments are like just so crazy. All right, Steelers pick. Oh boy, got a legend coming up.
What if they pick a very, very good guy?
Yeah, we'll see what the Steelers do. I think they're going to go offensive line probably here. Who would it be, though?
But which guy? Yeah.
Maybe interior? Maybe they go Creed Humphrey? That's my guess, Creed Humphrey. We'll see. Wow, Pat Fryermuth. Nice. No interest in that guy. They're just loading up on weapons with their garbage football team. Well done. Running back and a tight end.
The second best is still good, right?
Yep, we still got these guys here. And we didn't want that guy anyways. Or at least I didn't.
Yeah. Wow.
So we got a couple reaches going on here. So that's kind of good. Seattle's on the clock. They get to play.
Wait. Where's Seattle? Oh, yeah, Seattle's on the clock. And then Rams, Chiefs. It takes kind of a long time now.
Yeah, we're getting close, though.
Yeah.
Packers are getting close.
I can see them. They might. If nobody picks the second guy, they'll probably go for him, right?
Yep. Jason says, how far can we get up for a fifth? Let's see. Our fifth round pick, let me just make sure I can see all the Green Bay picks. So our earliest fifth is 173. So that would get us to 92. So roughly pick 58 or 59, somewhere in there. And with Kansas City maybe not having a ton of picks, maybe they'd be interested, but it's only a fifth. But possibly. And you got Cleveland right in that range, and Cleveland's made a ton of picks already. So,
oh, Daddy.
We'll see. What?
Look. They didn't even make a pick yet.
Yep.
It is 1 minute left.
So we'll see. So, yeah, we are almost getting into fifth round pick territory to be able to trade up.
What if they
Again,
trade?
not saying I want to, but
Then
we'll
what
see.
if they trade?
You got to see. They haven't got their pick in yet, so they're probably talking to somebody on the phone. We'll see who it is. Maybe we won't see who it is. All right, my Packer in a draft party idea was a bust, I guess. It's all right.
Dad, he still didn't make a thingy.
Yeah, keep your eye on it. See if you see pick is in. They got 1 minute left. They got to do something. We'll see.
Now they only have. Yeah, look at. They have 50 seconds left.
Yep. Thank you to Scott, Ben, and Nevin for liking the stream on Facebook. Much appreciated.
You said these are gonna be fast.
Yeah, they're taking their time, aren't they? Travis says, I was hoping JOK was going to fall to us. Me too.
Oh no, Daddy!
There is a history of Seattle and Green Bay trading. That's a good point. And there's 30 seconds, and they haven't done it. They're waiting on something. They're talking to somebody.
For a long time.
Yep, they only got 20 seconds left.
Oh my gosh. What if they run out of time?
They won't. They'll do something.
And
15 seconds.
Are you sure about that?
I guess I'm not. 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
What if it goes out?
Oh, pick is in with 2 seconds left on the clock. Thoughts on the Packers pick as of now? You know, again, Brady Christensen, I think is, for some reason, it just feels right. You know, it's a guy that's about a round later than is expected. Hold on, Colin. I mean, Terrace Marshall's still sitting here. If you want to just go top of the board, that fills a need. Again, I had a feeling he was going to fall, just based on, again, nobody mentioned his name even once. He might even go to the 3rd round for all I know. Creed Humphrey, I think, would be fantastic. I'd be excited about that. Who else? I kind of like Carlos Basham. I know edge is kind of a weird thing, and people would be upset because he probably wouldn't play right away. Granted, our first-round cornerback might not play right away either. But, you know, we might be out of edge rushers real quick. Preston's going to be gone. Zadarius, I don't know if we're going to be able to afford him and if he's going to be sticking around. We got to see what's going on. Kyle, thanks for liking the stream, my man. So Carlos is kind of cool. Davion Nixon makes sense just from the standpoint of I'm not a big fan, so it would make sense that they would do that. I like Ronnie Perkins. I really like Jabril Cox, as you guys know. He is a prototypical modern linebacker, which is to say this guy could not tackle to save his life, but he is really good in coverage. And generally that's not what I like, but, you know, whatever. Quinn, I think would be awesome. Again, I'm a UW alum. Again, I don't know if you can call yourself an alum if you didn't graduate, but I went there for 3 years. Had a lot of fun, didn't get a degree. But always pulling for the Whitewater guys, so that would always be a lot of fun. I mean, Amon-Ra, Diami Bryant, just any of the, Tylan Wallace, I think, would be fantastic. I would love Tylan Wallace. Southpaw, awesome. My 4-year-old nephew is a diehard Packers fan. He was saying, "Go Pack, go" before mommy and daddy. That's awesome. So that's a child that's raised right. Packers are totally going to take Boogie at 62, aren't they? That's what I'm saying, man. It feels like one of those things. Wouldn't surprise me. And it's very much like Packer fans are just going to freak out. Daniel, thank you for liking the stream. Appreciate that. If Seattle takes Basham here, then that eliminates that concern. Here we go. Oh, that's going to hurt some people. The Seattle Seahawks select Dwayne Eskridge. I mean, it's a pretty big reach, so we should be excited about it, but I know some of you guys were huge Dwayne Eskridge fans. And Mr. Dwayne is going to the Seahawks right here. So we'll see how it's going. We'll see what happens. I mean, it doesn't kill me a ton. Dwayne Eskridge, great yard after the catch kind of guy. I don't know if the Packers would want him anyways. I think he's kind of a smaller guy. You know, again, if the Packers would have taken him, I'd have been super stoked, but I'll get over it. Look at that. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. Rams are on the clock. Keep an eye on that, Colin. See what's going on there.
Oh, wait. It said pick it and then start timing.
Oh, that's weird.
Look at that thing. Look at that speed. Oh, yeah. Look at that speed. Oh, yeah, that speed is super fast.
Yeah.
Watch how fast he can
All right.
watch.
All right, I'm watching. Look at that thing.
Golden helmet.
Steelers have all the weapons, but nothing in the trenches. That's, again, with my analogy of building a house with no foundation. That's what the Steelers, and it's crumbling. You know what I mean? Like the house is falling apart, and the foundation is crumbling underneath the crumbling house, and they're like putting in nice furniture in it. You know, it's like, dude, I'm not digging it. Chris says last year was all about Matt LaFleur. Could this be all about Barry? The Packers do that a lot. They actually went all in on Mike Pettin, right? When we got Mike Pettin. Then we got Matt LaFleur, and we went all in with Matt LaFleur. It would make sense, and again, I kind of talked about this a little bit, but as far as going to your defensive coordinator and saying, what do you need to make it work? Now, if he just said, you know, give me a corner and I'm good, or we kind of got a good bunch of guys, fine, but it's entirely possible that that's what this is, and we're going to see a run on defensive players. Thank you to TJ and Garrett for liking the stream. Very much appreciated. Thank you for that.
Daddy, the clock says they have 1 minute left.
Yep. Less fake accounts on Facebook than YouTube, held accountable. I think that is a big part of it. Same with Twitter to somewhat of an extent. Obviously, you can have fake accounts on there, but YouTube is just a free-for-all. So it's the same bad people across all platforms, but that's a place where they can just completely unload with their badness. Let's see. Michael says if he trades down, I'll lose it. I won't. I'm all for stacking picks. And again, I'm not madly in love with anybody. There are some guys that I think, it's possible if we trade down, we get into territory where it's like, not super excited about any of these guys, but I don't know. It wouldn't bother me. The only problem is I don't think we'd get enough value for it. Would you rather have, Terrace Marshall or an additional 5th round pick? Like, just give me Terrace Marshall. I don't need some other 5th round scrub that isn't going to play. Now, would I take another 3rd? Yes, but we won't get that, and I don't want to trade back that far to be able to get one. What? What things are you referring to? Oh, the Rams. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the Rams.
I don't know what's wrong with the Seahawks. Right? Seahawks are like...
Josh says, it seems to me everyone in the North is having players fall to them. We're reaching the price for being good, I guess. Yep. He has Roger Goodell in the background. That's creepy.
Where? Oh, yeah, in the picture?
Yeah.
Pick is in.
Pick is in.
It just started. Oh, and then another guy. And another. 3 guys there, Daddy. 4 guys, maybe. 4 guys.
Carl says, give me Terrace Marshall. 100%. By 100%, I mean I'd be fine with that. Let Colin run the chat. Bears didn't let anything fall to them. That's true. They did trade up for him. But they got guys that fell, I think is the sentiment there. Drew Wilcox is my favorite choice. I just feel like they won't do it, but I would definitely be stoked if they do it. Let's see. Isn't this the draft party I joined? Happy to be here. Absolutely, it is. I'm just curious what's going on in your homestead. You got some good food, got some good people, or if it's something just completely horrible, that makes it all the better. Let me refresh my thing here and see if we got any Packers draft party stuff. We got nothing.
Daddy?
What?
Didn't they get that guy, the 5th one? So why did you get rid of it off the board? The 5th.
This one or up or down?
That one.
Nick Bolton? No, he hasn't gone anywhere yet. Dwayne Eskridge. They got similar looking helmets probably. But Dwayne Eskridge right here is the guy that just went. But here's the pick for the Rams.
Okay, here you guys. I'm scared. What did they pick the number 2?
Oh, the Rams took Tutu Atwell. That's kind of sad. I like Tutu. Again, I don't think we'd ever get him, but I didn't expect him to go in the second. There's no way I think we'd take him in the second. I was thinking maybe like in the 4th round if he makes it, we'd go Tutu. Dude's like 145 pounds or something crazy. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Where is he?
So he's down here at 108. I mean, he's an electrifying guy, but the thing is, I don't know if he's ever going to end up being more than like a punt returner. Like at the end of the day, legitimately, I don't know that he will.
He's like 100 pounds?
He's tiny, man. Chiefs on the clock. So again, another guy that, although I like him, I didn't expect the Packers to take him. So everybody's still here. Lots of talent still here.
Only 3 more guys, and then Packers turn. Wait.
There's Tutu.
There's 2 Chiefs. Like
Chartarius, I think, is his name.
Daddy, why did everybody not going to do it? I bet they come out like something.
All right, where are we at here?
1 minute or something.
Jason says you are an alum whether you graduate or not. Haha, burn. Watch Goody draft Elijah Molden. Yeah, this place is gonna burn, man. It's gonna absolutely burn. I'm gonna lose my whole stream is gonna fall off. I hope they do something cool because I don't want everyone to abandon me and I'm here by myself in the third round because everyone's mad at the pick. That'd be sad. Do something awesome so everybody jumps on. It's all about me. I'm just like Rogers at the end of the day. Difference is he actually makes a lot of money doing what he does. I just beg people for money and I get a couple. Although, again, you guys have been very generous today and I really do appreciate that. All right. Doesn't Seattle have enough receivers? Dude, you want to talk about one of the... I have no respect for Schneider, man. Pick is in. He does such a terrible job. It's ridiculous. I mean, maybe Dwayne will be fine, but it's like, what? Come on, man. I just don't get it. Carl says Marshall's better than Eskridge. Seems to be. I mean, that's the general consensus. Eskridge is small. I doubt he'd be a good blocker. That's very true. Impressive Senior Bowl for Eskridge.
Daddy?
What?
Which one is this TV?
Nothing.
It's all like blurry. Look at
That's
that.
just somebody's camera that they took a picture with.
That camera is super
I
bad, man.
know.
Oh, Daddy, look at it. What? Yeah, the cheese thingy then.
At this point, stay put, see what they got at 62. That's kind of where I'm at, man. I mean, if they trade up, cool. But that's, again, if they trade up, it's because they really like somebody and they think that they're way heads and tails better than someone, and that's fine. I get it. But I don't want to give up picks because there's nobody I want to lose a pick over that's sitting here. I'd rather, again, just let's just wait and see. At least then, if they take somebody we don't want, they didn't trade up to get them. You know what I mean? Just stay there, and then it's like, well, all right. I was hoping that'd be better, but it is what it is.
Daddy,
Yes, sir.
what if the Packers pick the second one if anybody else?
Why do you keep saying second one? Are you talking about the top guy or the second guy?
Second guy.
This guy, Joseph Asai, right here with the horns?
Yeah, what if the Packers
They
pick
might. They could. I don't know.
because he is the second best, right? Because you said lowest number is best.
Yep. All right, let's see what Chiefs got here. Chiefs select Nick Bolton. Perfect. I didn't really want him. I'll be honest. Wasn't into it. I understand that, he's high on the board and all that. He's ahead of Jabril Cox, but I don't care. I don't want him. So go for it. Knock yourself out. All right. They've never been good drafters, says Daniel. I agree. And Schneider I think he just got a year or two ago, got extended. It's just crazy. I feel bad for Wilson, says Street King. I do too. Not since Legion of Boom. Yeah, and they had like a small period of time where it was like, obviously, they did a good job. They had like one or two really good drafts and a couple of big free agent acquisitions. They built the Legion of Boom. Obviously, a part of that drafting was Russell, and they just killed it for a while. But it's just, if Eskridge was good, he wouldn't have played at Western Michigan. I'm not entirely sure that's how that works, but there is some truth to it. Wasn't that John Dorsey? What was John Dorsey? Not in Seattle. I hope the Packers draft a player with super speed, then let your son do the commentary. Look at that speed. Better commentary than any major network. He does get super jacked up, man. Watching football with him is intense. Like, I'm intense, but it's like he's so intense, it's kind of like, dude, like let's just calm down a little bit. It like mellows me out how crazy he is, if that makes any sense, because he's so jacked up about football, which is a great thing. That's what I always wanted. None of the girls are into it. My oldest daughter, she actually started saying she was a Bears fan just to make me mad. Fortunately, she stopped doing that. Then the second daughter, she's nice about it. She reps the Packers or whatever, but she couldn't care less. Now we got daughter number 3 I'm holding out hope for is going to be into it, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. She's a baby. We got some time.
Jaguars next?
Panthers.
Wait, this
Sergio says more of your son and less Ryan. Colin, you're very popular. You know that? Nothing.
Not popular.
Yeah. Your boy was talking about speed. All I could hear is Jeremy Clarkson. I'm going to have to Google it. I don't know what that is.
And I am super fast.
You are pretty fast.
Let's go over here, in the middle. Nobody got me because I was too fast.
Yep, that's how that works. Let's see. Why is Green Bay picking after Buffalo? Shouldn't Green Bay be at pick 61? So I think the way that it works is if you have the same record, you alternate back and forth. So first round, second round, third round, blah, blah, blah. Do you think we'll move up in the third? I'm going to project if we don't move up here, which it looks like we're not going to because we're only 3 picks away, that we do move up in the third. That's my projection. Let's see. NFL should require war rooms to be present at the draft in cubicles with the ability to Big Brother. Dude, I would love that. Pick us in for the Panthers. You know how much I would love that if you could just like watch, Big Brother them, as you said. It'd be awesome. Be sweet. Doopy doopy doo doopy doo doopy doo. Second round special team pick. Yeah, that's kind of how it felt. What are you doing there? Oh, wow. You eating ham? Did you try any of the meat I made? No? All right. Riley, did you try the meat?
Yeah.
Did you like the meat?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Brian says, thanks for having something I can fan out on. I'm trapped in a house with 3 ladies that hate football. I completely understand the sentiment. I'm glad I got the one hit here. Oh no, my new phone that doesn't have a case just dropped in the concrete. That's not a great thing. Looks okay. We're looking fine. Let's just set that up here. Guys, let's not play with the light. Is that in your face or something? We can get rid of it. Let's just get rid of it.
My belly hurts. Hey, we know that goal.
Why does your belly hurt? Don't say from my meat. All right, perfect. That is the exact right answer. All right, no puking sounds on the stream though.
What?
I said no making puking sounds.
What's puking?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. Yes, that is what you can't do. Nico Collins is so Packerish. Here's the run. Let's see. There are 5th graders larger than Tutu. That's literally accurate. Let's talk about Marshall. Let's wait to see who we pick. Bolden or Humphrey says Jordan, Jabril Cox, Terrace Marshall, or offensive line. You're asking me? I like Jabril. I mean, second-round linebackers are just... That's the round, man. And it's such a good compliment because, again, he's not a good run defender, but Kamal Martin really is. And just those two would be a lot of fun, I think. Maybe they would be terrible. I don't know. That's just kind of where my head's at. Chris says, y'all, please don't spoil the pick. 100%. In fact, I'm going to stop reading the comments by the time we get... once the Packers are on the clock, I'm probably going to shut down comments because I don't want to risk it. Let's see. David says, I'm going nowhere. All right. Pick is in for the Panthers. Wonder if they're going to go linebacker. Oh, there goes Terrace Marshall, so that one's off the clock for us. So we lost Terrace Marshall. That was a guy on top. That was the best one. Oh, man.
Well, at least we can still get the second best.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Wait. There's 2 more. Huh.
Frank says, remember the last game? We need a solid other D-back. I remember Herb Adderley, Willie Wood, and Bob Jeter patrolling the backfield. Hard to live up to that. I mean, we could, I guess, get a third safety if you want to do that. Or, a slot guy. But I wouldn't mind if we wait until... Where is... He's fallen. Sean Wade is all the way down here. If we can get Sean Wade in, like, the 4th round, you know how baller that would be? I don't know why he fell so far. I mean, I understand it's because he's just a slot guy, but he is a fantastic slot corner. So, I mean, that would be... I would be okay with that. Pick is in for the Saints. So we got 2 more picks, and then the Packers are up. I'm here for the long haul, Ryan, regardless of the pick. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that, my man. I understand that, but the stream is the only way I'm watching because my wife ain't watching the draft. It happens, man. You got to do what you got to do. It's all right. I understand. What's it been now? 7 years for me, I think. 7 years. How's your ham? You know, ham is pork, which is what I made, but it's all right. It doesn't hurt my feelings or anything. Chris says I wouldn't abandon you. We got 97 people. Let's see if we can crack 100 people on the stream when the Packers pick. That'd be pretty nice. Ryan, give him the PFF guide and tell him to study and tell you. I don't know who we're talking. See, I'm having a hard time. Oh, about Marshall you're probably talking about. I can pull that up, too. I can pull that on the, use that as the background instead of this. We'll probably do that. I think after the pick, we'll talk a little bit. I need to take a little bit of a break, go upstairs, refresh, maybe grab some coffee and bathroom break, grab a little bit more meat. We'll come back, and then we'll kind of dig in a little bit as we go through the picks. That player, look at some PFF stuff. I'll throw it up on the stream as an extra added bonus for you guys. Yep, Saints pick is in. We're getting close, man. We got Saints, Bills, and then Packers, and then there we go. Let's see. Street King says, I don't want Marshall. Good news, he's gone. Obviously, you know that. I'm way behind in comments here. Michael wants Jabril or Diami Brown. There are some really intriguing wide receivers that we really don't talk about. Again, Tylan Wallace is a really fantastic football player. Amari Rodgers has got... Oh, here's the pick. Do something just crazy. Take a sigh. Pete Warner. Okay.
Where is he?
So I've talked about the linebackers out of Ohio State. Baron Browning, Pete Warner, and Justin Hilliard. And I mentioned Justin Hilliard's the only one I kind of like. Obviously, PFF, again, there's more to it than that with the scheme and the everything else that's going on and how they, whatever. But the point is, I pulled up Baron Browning and Pete Warner, and it's like, these guys are not great. So I had no interest in that pick whatsoever. Buffalo's up, and then the Packers. Good thing, because I need a break. All right. Best offensive tackle left is Mayfield or Christensen. Yes, I believe that is the situation. I'd be fine with Brady Christensen. I think he's a fantastic football player, and he's got some speed, dude. He can get on his horse like nobody else, and I think that would be fantastic for what the Packers do. A guy that he can just get out and just start riding, man. By the way, Garrett Cow. Come on now. Come up with something better. Kaio, Dan, and David, thank you all very much for liking the stream. Dan, thank you for following. I really do appreciate that. Mucho apreciado. See if somebody trades in front of the Packers. That's the only thing I don't want to happen, because it's going to be somebody that's like, we got to get this guy before the Packers do. So it's going to be someone the Packers want, probably.
Do you think they'll pick the second guy? Second best?
Well, let's see. Buffalo. Who did Buffalo pick? Let's see if we can project what they're going to do here. Got a little Jimi Hendrix going. So they took Gregory Rousseau, so they probably won't go edge again. They have a wide receiver. They could possibly go another one. Would they take an offensive lineman? I think they would. I think there is... No, the Jets' right tackle is Fant. I don't know. I'm going to stop racking my brain on it. I don't know what they're going to do. Chris wants the BYU tackle. Or at least he's just saying the word BYU tackle. I don't know if we need inside linebacker that bad. I believe in Kamal and Chris. Chris, I think, is really not good. I know Packer fans love him. I don't think we have that real sideline-to-sideline guy. I think Chris has been pretty bad most of the year, but I do understand the sentiment that they're fine, and I think the Packers generally thought they were fine. The biggest question I have is our new linebacker, or excuse me, our new defensive coordinator, who seems to rely more on, if you watched Coach Hahn talk about Tampa 2, the reliance on having a linebacker that can drop into coverage and how important that is. I don't know that we have that guy. I really don't. And the question is he looking at this saying, I need that, or is he like, I think we're going to be okay? That's going to be the difference, because I don't think if this was Mike Pettin, we're taking a linebacker here, because Mike Pettin couldn't care any less about linebackers. But, again, this is a different scheme and a linebacker coach. I have to assume he's going to put a lot of emphasis on it. Not that means we have to take him, but the question is if there's a pile of guys and one of them is a linebacker, maybe they throw him to the top of the list instead of the bottom of the list, like has been the case.
Daddy, pick it in.
Pick is in for the Bills, so no trades. That's a good thing.
Do you think they'll pick the second pass?
I don't know what they're going to do. There's been a lot of crazy picks, so
Hopefully they don't.
we just
Then
got to,
the Packers can pick him.
right?
What if he doesn't? We can maybe pick him.
I'm from Syracuse, says Vince. I'd like to see one of the 3 DBs on the Packers. So who would that be? I don't know. Sherwood wouldn't be bad later on, says Street King. So a lot of people have mentioned New York, and I talked a little bit on the stream. There's not nearly enough food talk in the chat today, which is disappointing. Talk to me about New York pizza for those that have had it, because I don't know if I'm necessarily buying it, but I absolutely want to go try it. And I constantly watch the one bite, everybody knows the rules thing, and I would love to have his job. It looks fantastic, but I don't really get it, and I feel like I'm so accustomed to like Chicago pizza that I would have that and be like, it's fine, but this isn't that good. So if you are like from the Midwest and you've had New York style pizza, is it legit? Like this is heads and tails better than anything we get out here or not? Just curious. And by the way, I didn't realize how good Chicago pizza was until I moved to Wisconsin and realized it's just not as good out here. Let's get some food talk going. All right. I just hope you love whoever we pick. I do too. I just want to be excited. And I think I'll get excited about mostly anybody that we pick, but there's going to be a couple. Davion Nixon. I hate to even list them, but and then there's just the positions of that are questionable that kind of make you go, I don't know about that so much. But I mean, almost everybody on this list that I'm seeing, like Baron Browning would. I just trashed Baron Browning. I hope we don't pick him because then I'm going to look like an idiot. What about getting Ben Cleveland? Where is he at now? He was seen as being... Jeez, he dropped. That's a mid-round guy. All right, here's the pick. Oh, there you go. The Buffalo Bills did go back-to-back edge rushers, taking Carlos Boogie Basham. So, again, that's just something we don't have to be worried about. It seemed like the Packers would go. I don't know why. I've been saying that for a while. I go on Twitter and I see people saying it feels like it's going to be Basham. Kind of strange, but that's now officially off the board. Packers are on the clock. We'll see if they make a pick. There has not been... It will. It's going to tick over. We'll see. We'll see if they trade out or what's going on.
Wait.
It just says on the clock. We'll see. So let me know if anything happens there, Cullen.
Imagine restarted his pick. What if 2 seconds later?
Oh, look. Pick is in. See, again, they run the pick. They know. They already know 100%. I love when that happens. There's no waffling. There's no like, I don't know, what do you think? There's no like taking phone calls. Maybe we'll trade. Can we get out of this spot? The second they're on the clock, they're like, boom, that's our guy. 102 viewers on the stream. We cracked it for the Packers pick. Super excited. Let me see it immediately. I'm not going to look because I'm really worried somebody's going to spoil the pick. So I'm making that go away for now. So I'm not reading any comments until after the pick is announced. Why don't we turn this TV up? I want to blast this pig a little bit here. All right, there we go. And I'm glad that this is up because I really have to go to the bathroom here. Gotta get this break going pretty quick. Nothing like cold coffee. Oh yeah. They're fired up. Goot refuses to clap because he's too cool, but they're happy. What are we happy about? Here we go. Here's Rashawn Gary. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Love Rashawn so much.
Woo!
Here we go. Packers select. All right, Josh Myers, center. So they did go interior offensive line. We got the first thing I got to see is what has he done as far as. So I mean he fits the profile 72 right there. I want to pull up PFF and see, is he a guard center or is he just a center? And again, it makes sense. We just got rid of our longtime center, and we got to get this offensive line figured out. And again, I think they really like Billy Turner at right tackle, so they're good keeping him out there. We got Elton Jenkins. Oh, PFF isn't working. Of course, PFF isn't working. People are freaking out right now trying to. There we go. All right.
Oh, the picky's in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Already. 2 seconds.
All right. So I want to look at Josh Myers. We'll get to your comments in just a minute. Or you? Oh yeah, we got to watch the highlights here. See how good he is.
That thing.
Yeah.
I'll pick it in already. Pick it in.
All right. So. Spelling his name wrong. Myers. All right. Center out of Ohio State. So first and foremost. So he's strictly a center. So he's coming to Green Bay. He's going to be a center. Elton Jenkins going to center is a fantasy land thing. That's not going to happen.
What if he gets the second best?
Yeah. As far as grades go, he grades out as average via Ohio State. He was really good in 2019, though. So, well, I shouldn't even say he's really good. 72 overall grade, 71 run blocking, 72 pass blocking. That went down to 63 run blocking, 66 pass blocking in 2020. He gave up 2 sacks, a hit, and 8 hurries in 2020, which is kind of a lot for a very condensed season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, and he gave up 2 sacks, a hit, and 8 hurries. And then in 2019, which was a full season, he gave up 4 sacks, a hit, and 10 hurries. So, I mean, the Packers like him for some reason. He fits what they like to do, and obviously Gutekunst will give us more insights into that. Let's take a look at a couple other things here. As far as pass blocking, if we look at his true pass sets, which are more like legit one-on-one opportunities, he gave up 1 sack, 1 hit, 3 hurries, 5 total pressures. So 5 out of the 11 were actually like legit sacks that he gave up. Listen to the Chiefs pick real quick. There goes Creed Humphrey. So that's going to upset a lot of Packer fans, the fact that Creed Humphrey went 1 spot next. But my whole thing is, again, remember, Creed Humphrey's there. They took Josh Myers. Wyatt Davis is there. Quinn Miners is there. They took Josh Myers. So according to Brian Gutekunst, Josh Myers is better than all of these guys. That, I think, is the mentality that we got to understand. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, I don't know. But that is their thought on this. I'm going to go to run blocking real quick and take a look at, so 78% was zone blocking, so Ohio State clearly is, which I would have thought a Big Ten be a little bit more power, but 78% zone blocking. It was 78% in 2020 and 74% in 2018. So he's very, very strictly a zone blocking kind of guy. So he's very adept at what the Packers want to do as far as scheme, although most guys are. So there you go. Josh Myers, center. Big need, and one of those picks you wouldn't expect the Packers to make as far as, you wouldn't take a center in the second round, but it's a premium thing. And let's not forget, for anybody that might be upset, Elton Jenkins was a second-round pick, which was a guard, and that is a fantastic pick. Not saying it has to be that way again, but, I mean, if this is Elton Jenkins again, that's huge, man. And listen, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back, priority number 1, 1 and 2, protect Jordan Love, run the ball, right? So there you go. Let's see. PFF crashed it for me. Sorry to hear that. Again, I just shut everything down. I don't even want to see. I'm worried about how the reaction is going to be. I haven't seen it yet. Love Rashawn Gary. Dude, Rashawn Gary, before I even get there, the way he reacted when he cried when he got picked, the way that, and I said this because I listened to an interview that he did prior to, I got to turn this back down. I listened to an interview that he did. I'm not by the microphone, so you probably can't hear me as well. I forget the guy he was with, but Michigan versus Michigan State, and he talked about how much he really disliked Michigan State playing for Michigan and how passionate he. I mean, he's a true homer in terms of he's loyal. He's beyond loyal. The Packers took him, and he is a passionate Packer fan, and especially given what's going on with Aaron Rodgers, to have him come to the podium and act like that, which is 100% his character. He is the anti-Aaron Rodgers. I'm just going to say it. Everything that you might say about Aaron Rodgers in terms of, you know, I don't know how. I know you guys get it, but I'm trying to tread lightly anyways. Not really having heart, not really putting in the work. This guy does nothing but work out. He does nothing but train. He does nothing but study. He does nothing but pour out love and respect. He's nothing but a rah-rah guy. He is loyal to a fault, if that's possible. It's just, you know, I'm a big fan of him as a human being. We do have some Ohio State fans here. I forgot about that. I'm kind of sad JJ's not here, to be honest, because that's going to be a big thing for him. David, I know, is a big Ohio State guy, so he's excited. Like that says Myers, he's excited. Not bad, he says. Michael Davis says he'll start day one. I 100% agree. Universal Truth says I'll take him. Like that, he says he's solid. Chris Goose says Myers makes sense. He's a monster. Awesome pick. He's a guard center, says Scott. Let me look real quick. According to PFF, he was not, but maybe in previous year. No, I don't think so. I think that I looked at all the years. So, I mean, it's not to say he can't. He has played 1,511 snaps, and he's played 1,511 snaps at center. Not a single snap at tackle, guard, right tackle, nothing. And a lot of centers are that way. It's kind of weird. Most offensive linemen play a little bit here and there. Tackles have played guard. Guards have played tackle. Centers are just like a completely different breed, and they just play center. Some guys are just that way, like Lindsley. He was a center that just played center, so it just is what it is with that. Let's keep going. I'm glad most people are excited. Goose says media will call it a reach. Of course they will. That's fine. And technically it is, according to their board, and they got to be honest about it. They think it's a reach and call it a reach, but just be prepared to look stupid. The last thing I wanted was for Jenkins to have to play center, says Dan, so we don't have to worry about it. I mean, he's a guard. He's a good guard. He's going to stay at guard. That's awesome. And, I mean, again, it's one of those things you got to be worried about it. Like, what do we do with this offensive line? And, I mean, let's be realistic. This is going to be a downgrade from Corey Lindsey. I don't expect him to come in and be the best center in football. Could he possibly get there someday? Maybe, but it has to be addressed, and I think we sort of stopped the bleeding and mitigated our losses to not have to drop down too bad to a terrible center. But we'll see. We'll see. Every reason to be optimistic. I think, again, Gutekunst has earned our trust at least. PFF had Myers at 154. What did this thing here had him at like one? Oh no, it was 70-something. So yeah, I was just reading it. PFF was not super impressed, but that's based on their grading system. And obviously, if they had him at 154, but overall he was in the 70s, a lot of people were a lot higher on him. So it'll be fun again, like I said with Stokes, to kind of go in and see what other people have been saying. And I haven't done that yet, but that is on the agenda to really kind of comb through all that. Buccaneers pick is in. Let's see. Dan says, I'll take it. Jared says, not mad. Nothing probably would have thrilled me that is... And that's... I agree. I mean, there's some that would have got me more excited, but nothing that would have got me super jacked up. I probably should get going because they could very well trade up in the third round. That's entirely possible. I don't want to miss that. Colin, you might have to stay down here and let me know if anything happens when I run upstairs.
Oh, the box is happening right now.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. He says, Goose says, trade back up and get Collins or Cox. Not, yeah, dude. I mean, you kind of feel bummed because it's like, oh man, I wish it was Cox, and it's like he might slide far enough for the and it's. We'll look at it in a minute, but anyways, our last center was from Ohio State, also. That's fair enough. Myers is super athletic, but has issues in pass protection, which coaches obviously think they can fix. And super athletic, I didn't know because I don't know anything about the guy, but I have to assume that because I know that's what the Packers like. And that was, I think somebody made a comment about this. I didn't know what they were talking about. That was Lindsley's downfall. Super powerful guy. He's not very athletic. He's not the guy that's going to run up to the next level and cut off a linebacker, which killed us against teams like Tampa Bay. So that is a major thing.
Okay, here we go.
All right, let's get the Bucs pick here. Yeah. Come on now. Let's get to it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Kyle Trask. That makes me so happy. That makes me very happy.
Why?
Because it's picking a quarterback to replace Tom Brady at some point. Plus, he's not going to help them win this year, obviously. So I'm very excited about it. Mike says another reach. So we got our first negative comment. And again, this is my common thing, and I say it all the time. And I'm sure Mike, you're tired of hearing me say it, but I mean, just hear me honestly. Obviously, the Packers didn't think it was a reach, right? So the Packers don't think it's a reach. So we got Gutekunst's board and we have the Draft Network's board. If you could pay $5 to read one of those two boards, which one are you picking and why? I don't think there's a single person on planet Earth.
We
What?
already picked.
Yep. There's not a single person on planet Earth that would pay the Draft Network instead of Brian Gutekunst because you trust Brian Gutekunst as a former general manager, assuming he's former at this point, of a football team. So again, for that reason, I trust their board makes more sense than these. And I get that it's a reach, and because we see that it's, according to the media, a reach, and according to, and some of these guys are legit, and obviously PFF is legit. They put in the work, but so did the Packers, and I'm willing to at least give it the opportunity. It doesn't get me excited. I'm looking at the grades, and I'm looking at the stats, and I don't get it. But, I mean, just talking through it, again, an athletic center from a scheme standpoint that can get to that next level. Think about all the times we try to get, it's outside zone. We try to get to the outside, but we can't because we can't cut off these athletic linebackers because our offensive linemen are too slow. If he has the ability to get the speed up there, that changes the game, right? Yes, he's got some stuff to work on, but that's a huge thing. Again, if you don't like the pick, I'm fine with it. I just generally speaking don't like the concept of because the Draft Network or whoever or Tankathon's board or whatever board says that it was a bad pick, that means it's a bad pick. The Packers disagree, and I trust them more. But again, I've said that 1,000 times now.
Here we go.
I'm trying to read the comments, but these picks are coming too fast. Gary had me crying. I hear you, dude. Andre Cisco going to Syracuse for the Jaguars. We got no trades here. All right, I got to rapid fire go through this. I agree with Ryan's take on Rashawn Gary. I guess Jake Hansen was a bust of a pick. I mean, I think the issue, I mean, they put him on the practice squad, so obviously they weren't super impressed with him, right? That's the first thing. I thought it would be nice to give him the opportunity to come in and compete, and if they had the opportunity, they would. But I think the other way to look at it is, are you comfortable enough with Jake Hansen? Not that you don't want to give him an opportunity, and not that you don't think he could possibly become a good center, but are you so comfortable with a guy that you literally never saw that you slapped on the practice squad because he wasn't good enough that you're not going to draft a center for him? That's kind of the second thing. It's not like we have to do it because Jake is so bad. It's, are we going to skip out on our pick because we have Jake Hansen? And the answer to that question is no. So I would just change the way I phrase that, and it kind of changes the dynamic a little bit. But yeah, it does say that Jake is not good enough to refuse to pick, but you knew that. And I think the same is true of the guards that we got too. I don't think they would pass on a guard just because we have them. Let's see. No previous pick is a bust yet. The Packers will want competition. Exactly. And I'm excited about him. But again, the point is he's not so good that we're just going to refuse to pick a center. Gary's mom is awesome and all that or not. I talked to Rashawn Gary's sister, I think it was.
Vikings.
She was I saw her in a group. It was kind of funny. Their family is super excited about Rashawn. They get jacked up about him. They support him. He's just a fun dude. I'm mad that he blocks everybody and he's blocked me. And I've been one of his biggest cheerleaders in Packers fandom this entire time. But for some reason I got blocked, which kind of annoys me. But whatever. I'm hoping somebody can get his ear and be like, dude, this guy's been rah-rahing you forever. You need to unblock him. If Hansen shows up to camp and is ready to play, he'll be the man. I agree. And that's another thing I love about the Packers. They're not the kind of team that's going to say, it used to be that way a little bit more under Mike McCarthy. If you're drafted earlier, you play. I don't care if you're better. Generally speaking, especially now, we're going to put the best guy out there. And if you're not ready, you're not going to play. We saw that last year. Almost none of the draft picks played, and it made everybody so mad. But again, they're looking at it saying, I care about experience, and I want to be able to trust you on the field. And if I can, I'm not going to push you out there. I don't care about my reputation. And you don't have a GM and an owner who are putting pressure on Matt LaFleur to say, you have to put these guys out there. You're making me look stupid. And I love that because that's a toxic organization. That's how you end up like the Texans or any of these other garbage teams. Jenkins may play tackle. Actually, probably he starts at left. I think that's probably true, or at least there's a good chance that he starts out there for sure. Not that that's ideal or that he's going to stay out there, obviously, but I think that is probably the case, which is good. Again, it gives us more options. We need offensive line. I don't think we're done with offensive line. Let's see. Hansen was a 6th-round pick. Can you have busts in the 6th? It's also a fairly valid point. I've been very vocal about the fact that once you're 6th or 7th, I have no expectations of you whatsoever. So if we get a 6th-round pick to actually play, that's huge. And seems like we might actually have that starting guard from the 6th round. All right. I'm so far behind on these. Start skipping ahead a little bit so I can take my break. Don't hate the pick just because the media has Humphrey higher. Myers is good and more mentally developed. Fantastic take. Can Stokes be a returner? I will try to look into that in a minute. I think Good is bummed about getting burned on Jackson in the 2nd round. Blaine. What's up, Blaine? How you doing, man? I don't know what that means. He's bummed about getting burned on Jackson. Why? Yeah, I think he is. I don't know what you're responding to, though. Stokes and Myers, I'm trying like hell to feel it. I'm trying. Yeah, and look, every year this happens to me. When Jordan Love was the pick, it's like, you got to be kidding me. When Rashawn Gary was the pick, it's like, you got to be kidding me. When Darnell Savage was the pick, although that one was easy to come around to when you saw the measurables and whatnot, it was like, I don't get it. Myers, I wasn't expecting it. He wasn't on my list. Even with Stokes, even though I'd mentioned Stokes, he wasn't one of the top guys on my list that I was expecting. But, give it time, work through it, listen to what Gutekunst has to say. And again, remember, they love the guy. And if they didn't, they would have traded out of the spot. Somebody would have taken it. There's a lot of, again, they like him more than, which guys were Creed? They like him more than Mayfield and Wyatt Davis and all these guys. Wyatt Davis is that's an Ohio State guy that they could have picked at guard. And they're like, no, this is our guy right here. So that's just something to consider. Vikings are on the clock now, about to make their pick. We'll see what they're doing. What are the Vikings going to do? I don't remember who they picked. Did they get an edge yet? They might go Asai. Could go another offensive lineman, but I doubt it. Probably not defensive tackle. Molden, maybe. Perkins, maybe. Jabril would just infuriate me. Kellen Mond, quarterback. It's just because he's a quarterback. I'm fine with it. That's fantastic. Whatever happened to Davis Mills, by the way? Going to be a 1st-round pick. Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, moving on. We're getting caught up here. Packers want to establish the run better. Myers is better for that than Humphrey and Lindsley. Love it. Love it. Keep the perspective coming. The Vikings already have a quarterback, so this was just a wasted pick in my opinion. I don't think Kellen Mond ever takes over at quarterback. And if he does, I don't think he's going to be all that great. So I think it was just a wasted pick, and that's great. Trask is a pick that makes sense I think it's rational, but it doesn't help him this year, and that's kind of the biggest thing I care about. And I don't think he's going to be an elite prospect. It's not like he scares me. Tampa Bay goes backwards when Brady leaves. This is just in case Tom Brady's refusing to come back to the Buccaneers. That's funny. That's a funny joke. Is Tom Brady going to request a trade out now? I'm obviously just getting to the Kyle Trask stuff. I got to skip ahead a little bit. These are great jokes. Go back and read them. I got to skip ahead though. Brady's going to ask for a trade. Brady's going to retire. You guys, I hope you're hitting up on Twitter with this. This is gold. All right. Sergio, Josh Myers will start at center from day one. It's just, and I love that because we didn't have that last year. We had a guy we knew was going to sit. We had another guy that we were pretty sure was going to sit. I don't think we even have a third-round pick, and then fourth, or I don't know. In the fourth round, we get a tight end when we already had tight ends. It was like the whole draft was like, dude, none of these guys are going to play. Jason says, I think people would pay $1,000 to Good instead of $5 from the. I 100% agree. I was just trying to make a point in a way that is very obvious. But I think you're absolutely right. I think if people had $1,000 to spend on that stuff, they would. Media sites would spend $1,000 on that and could not care any less about what the Draft Network. The Draft Network would spend $1,000 on Gutekunst's site, 100%. I just want to say thank you to a couple people. I probably already did, but David Witt, Jonathan Bry, David Witt again. Oh, and liked and followed, and Burke Fengler. Thank you for liking, and again, David for following. All right, Packers turning the card. Let's see. Gutekunst's draft board has been pretty good so far. Can't knock his draft. And that's the other thing. I mean, they've done a good job. If this is like Seattle, and that's why it seems hypocritical when Seattle reaches on a prospect, and you're like, haha, you're stupid because you reached, and the Packers reached, and it's like, oh, it's a great pick. It seems hypocritical, but Gutekunst has been doing a good job with these picks, and Seattle has been not. So that is the difference. Same with the Patriots. If the Patriots do it, you're like, oh yeah, it makes sense. What? Texans. Let's see. All right, I got to see the Vikings here. Vikings with a quarterback, LMAO. Gary needs to give you an interview on the pod. I'd be happy with that. I don't like doing interviews, but I would love to get that guy because he's just jacked up. It's got to be a video. I want to see him just getting jacked up. All right. I'm just getting to the Kellen Mond comments. All right, you tell a story. Anyways, Kellen Mond, the depressed face. Free Wits, horrible pick. Chris, oh, I love it. Myers has no RAS because ... Jason, I'm assuming that's because he didn't test at his pro day. I don't know why. Maybe he's injured. I don't know. It's hopefully not. Quote, the 2-year starter and all Big Ten pick was limited in what he could do Tuesday because he's recovering from foot surgery. Okay, so you answered your own question. Here's the pick. There's Davis Mills. All right, so the Texans get a quarterback now. Texans are, so again, now we're getting everybody pushed even further to the Packers because we're getting all these quarterbacks going. So yes, I guess he is recovering from foot surgery, so that's something else to consider. Let me update this here. They do need Davis Mills, but we don't, so I'm glad he's gone. Josh Myers, like that, says 6'5" 1/4", 310, 32-inch arms. He is long, huge center. Myers expected to be a bully, recovered by the end of May, which would mean he would be available for the majority of the offseason program, whatever team drafts him next month. This is from Jason, giving us more updates on him. Vikings took a quarterback, LOL. Anyone else Ryan is excited about? Yes, but again, we're finally to the end of the comments here. $10 from Mike Hebring. I've been calling you Hebring. I think I'm saying it wrong. Mike's always got my back, man. You're always supporting me on these, and I really appreciate it. You're ready for what? Oh, the Falcons? Very, very generous, man. I really appreciate that. 2 tacos from Mike today. Thank you very much. Like that says, thanks for wasting a pick and sending more talent our way. It's been a run on quarterbacks, which is fantastic. You got Kyle Trask, Kellen Mond, and Davis Mills in 4 picks. Tons of guys coming our way. Kellen Mond is good. I actually do like Kellen Mond when I was looking into him, but again, it's just I actually like Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. He's not elite, but he's a good quarterback. So you have to be at least as good as Kirk Cousins just to break even. So I get that it's a responsible pick. I just don't think that this is gonna be a threat. It doesn't threaten me at all. It doesn't scare me. More quarterbacks off the board. Like that is freaking out, laughing. Like that says, let's go. Jason Weber, I have a limit on characters. Understood. Chris Goose says, OMG, this is beautiful. All right, I'm all the way to the end. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to cut off the mic and I'll leave the mic on just in case, Colin can entertain you or whatever. I know I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get rid of the camera though, and I will be back when I can.
I'm here to go.
Huh?
Can you 1 minute? 'Cause
All right, I'm gonna go do some. If you see the Packers pop up on there, you better start coming after me. All right, come get me. All right,
I know.
and they can still hear you. So
Wait, Daddy.
tell it. Hey, Colin, they're all listening to you, so you gotta tell them what's going on. Okay? Can you do that? You don't have to. It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. You don't have to.
Okay.
All right, do what you can do.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. The Bears pick. And get the Bears. The Bengals pick. Then. Okay, so the Bengals pick it in. So now. See. See what these guys are gonna do. Select Joseph Osai. They pick.
Oh, nice. All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, next pick. Okay. Okay. And the Panthers have a pick. Panthers have a pick right now. Don't worry, you didn't miss any picks.
Didn't miss any picks?
Yeah,
No Packers or anything?
no. And nobody's done a pick since you got back.
That's crazy.
But they did get a because of the commercial. It's because of the commercial. Look, see?
Oh, yeah.
I can't see you in there.
Yeah, I gotta turn the camera back on.
That's all I can see.
Let's go here.
We go, Daddy. You didn't miss any picks.
Bing, bing, bing.
Daddy, how
Yep.
many turns until the Packers?
Good question. Where are we at? Let's get caught up with our picks here.
We're with. Oh, yes, Panthers.
68.
We're at Panthers.
So Jalen Mayfield went to the Falcons. Fair enough.
And then Panthers.
Then the
I mean,
Bengals
Giants.
took
Giants.
Asai.
Giants.
Oh, the Giants. So there was a trade, huh?
I think so. Maybe.
And again, it's an in-division trade, which I keep getting told every time I trade within the division. Our team would never do that. It's the second time in this mock or in this draft that that's happened. All right. Got a bunch of stuff going on here. I got people trying to message me. Nick's trying to hit me up. What page is your draft stream on? It is... doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. A lot of people want sending me messages and whatnot. Well, if you want to interact, you do that on my stream. That's how that works. All right, let's see where we're at here.
Here goes the Giants, Daddy. Here goes the
Yep.
Giants.
Let's see. Just in, Tom Brady, Kirk Cousins, and Deshaun Watson demand trades and refuse to return to their respective teams. I want to steal that so bad and put it on Twitter, but you better go ahead and do it. Brilliant. Ryan, you should have your kids and your wife interview you. That would be pretty funny.
After the Bengals.
Love the guest commentator. Did you take care of him, Colin? Did you tell him what's going on?
Yeah.
All right,
I
good.
told them that the Falcons did their pick.
All right, good. All right, Aaron Robinson, UCF. I'll get it updated once I figure out the trade compensation. You know how that works. Hopefully it's soon so we don't get the comments of fix your board. Yes, they took Jalen Mayfield. Chris says, give us some speed. That's so funny.
Daddy, look. Here we go.
There he goes. See if we get some speed comments. Let's see. Falcons took Mayfield.
There he is, look.
I see him. Does he look pretty good, you think? Ooh, that was pretty good, huh? Lions pick is in already.
Watch how good this guy is. Look. Watch this.
Jason says, dang, Lions took a limb. Do you really have that information already? First of all, stop doing that. I mean, I'm way behind on comments, and you got a limb, and literally my TV just says pick is in. But then again, I know how that works as far as, whatever. But stop spoiling Jason. Chris says they got a limb and Levi. Ugh. Lions took a limb. Jason, shush. I'm doing that.
And here we go.
Home splice. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
Daddy,
I try.
Daddy, we're going.
Yep, there you go.
What is it?
Alim McNeil, defensive tackle out of NC State. So they got a couple good defensive tackles here. But, I mean, they've done this in the past with trying to load up defensive tackles, and it didn't necessarily work out very well. They also don't really have super great edge rushers and really anything else. But I guess that's going to be a big priority for them is to kind of build that up. It depends on your defensive identity. Yeah, watch this guy. He's a big guy. He's real, real big. Watch, you see him? He's always right in the middle. And a lot of times he'll take two guys at once. See him? And he got right between both of them. Let's see. Brady Christensen for the Panthers at 70. That's not right. The kid has to get some tacos for letting us know about Bears and Bengals. I would if he ate tacos, but very picky eaters in this household. Get him some dino chicken. What? What? You. Oh. What's my take on the NFC North second round? I don't know. I'll look at it probably tomorrow on the podcast. Kind of just trying to keep up with everything right now. It's hard to kind of go back and, whatnot. But I will definitely look at that tomorrow. We're addressing our needs. Cornerback, offensive line. I'm happy so far. Murillo with a real, just common sense take. Pick is in. But I mean, that's it. One sec. Eagles select. Milton Williams, Louisiana Tech. So there goes another really solid defensive tackle that I like. So the defensive tackles are on. So we're getting a lot of runs. We had a run of quarterbacks. Now we're getting a run of defensive tackles. Whatever. Yep, he's quick. But no, I mean it's. And again, you can like or dislike picks for whatever reason that you choose. But the concern last year was we're not really getting needs. This year we're going right down the line of needs. Matthias has liked the stream. Tim with a $20 donation, dude. Thank you so much. I really, 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 really appreciate that. That means a lot. We'll get Cullen some extra dino chicken with that money for helping you guys out. He just wants to watch football. He doesn't care. Pick is in. Nice.
Just when it started, the pick is in. 2 seconds later, it just popped up.
Joel is happy with the quarterback pick from Minnesota. Jason says you weren't here. That's fair. That's fair. I was behind. You're helping people out, but I'm here now, so no more. I mean, some people might like it, to be completely honest. I'll tell you what. If you want Jason to get you the picks early, because if I wasn't, I could see really wanting that information. Just reach out to him and be like, hey, could you hook me up or something? Because I get if you want that. I don't want the picks to be spoiled.
Here we go. Here we go.
Washington selects Benjamin Shane's Juice. Wow, that's a heck of a pick. He's kind of further down the list, I think. Yeah, 118. Not terrible. I think I've taken him in a couple mocks, but again, kind of a reach. So I'll try to update in just a minute when I get caught up, so we can kind of get a better look at where we're at, how far the Packers are. We're just about caught up with the comments here. The general rule, if you're not getting picks from the stream, don't say anything. Detroit really going after the big guys. Yeah, they are. And I think that's smart. Cowboys pick is in. I think that's just a foundational thing. They understand they're at the bottom. And that's the one thing I respect about Detroit right now is they acknowledge where they're at. They know this is a bad football team that has absolutely nothing, and this is going to take a while to rebuild. And they're building the right way. They're starting in the trenches. They're going to build up around that, and it's going to be a slow grind. And I think that's what they're doing is right. What's up, bud?
Right. I couldn't even see any numbers. Before any numbers could show up, the pick was in.
Wow, that's crazy. Michael says Myers sounded quite intelligent in his first phone presser with beat reporters. I'm excited. I always like listening to that stuff. It's a lot of fun. Chris says many kneecaps will be bitten. That's a good point too. You got to keep that in mind. They're always looking for the big scary guys or whatever. Skip that. Yep, we're going to look at what it's going to take to move up, and I want to do that quickly because I think it could be at any point now. PFF is tweeting picks before it even comes on TV, and then the TV is ahead of the stream, at least for me. Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying, I don't care. All I'm saying is don't put it in the chat. Like, I get that everybody out there is spoiling it, and if you want to know where the spoilers are, I guess go to PFF. They're real early on it. I'm just saying I don't want to see it, and I think a lot of other people in the chat don't want to see it. So just keep it out of the chat. And if you want to see it, go over to PFF. That's where apparently the earliest, and there's probably other people that are breaking it early. I don't care if you want to get it early. That's fine. I'm just saying I don't want it in the chat. That's it. That's the only thing I'm saying. Washington feels like it's reaching, but I don't know. Iffy still. Who is Iffy? Who are we talking about? I've seen you comment about Iffy a couple times, and it's probably somebody I should know. Iffy. Not Jabril Cox. Oh, Ifedi Mafanwu, I bet. Right? Is that Iffy? Yep, he's still there. I believe. I don't have the last couple. Big Time says, yeah, I've learned to ignore Twitter. All right, I'm all caught up in the comments, so I'm going to try to get updated on our list here. We'll see if we got the trade details. Do we not? Still? This is Browns Panthers. I think that was a while ago, wasn't it? So there was an Eagles and a Giants trade, right? There had to have been because the Giants, I believe, picked here. Let's refresh this and see what it says. Is this not going to refresh for me either? This isn't refresh. Why is nothing updating right now? Both of my things are not giving me anything. They've got no picks since pick 69. Oh, wait. We're only... Why is everything stuck in time? All right. The world's broke, I think. Getting tired, buddy boy? Let's just Google it, I guess. Eagles. Otherwise, I'll just skip ahead. And we'll look at trade-up scenarios. Cowboys pick is in. And we want this to be within the past hour. Giants acquire... Yeah, nothing is up here. Let's just look at trade scenarios then, since I can't really update that right now. Apparently I closed that. So, we are at pick 75. The Packers pick. Let's do this. Here comes a pick for the Cowboys. Who is that? A guitarist. Fair enough. Osa Odigizua, another defensive tackle, gone. So we may have just missed out, although this is quite a reach. I mean, again, I know I'm doing the whole reach thing when I say don't worry about the reach thing, but it's just, in my mind, it feels like there's going to be some good players available. All right, so our next pick is at pick 43. If we trade our next pick, which is 135, that gets us to, some math, 53... 63, 61. That gets us to pick 76, which is exactly where we are right now. If the Packers pick... Oh, the pick is in. But in other words, the Packers could trade literally at any time right now. So that's where we're in that range right now. That was easy. Take a guess on the Saints. Saints. What did they take so far? It's hard to go back and look. So they took a linebacker. I was going to say a linebacker would make sense. Another edge. Did they take an edge yet? They did. Peyton Turner. That was their first pick. Could be a defensive tackle, but there's... Oh, Davian Nixon is there. I can't remember all their corner situation. I know they got what's his name that's been declining. And I don't know everybody else. I mean, corner's obviously an option. Safety, I don't think offensive line makes sense. They had one guy that they needed at guard, and they picked him last year, Cesar Ruiz, although I don't think he was very good. You're still not going to do it again. I mean, maybe quarterback. I don't know who's even available right now. Jamie Newman is kind of a fun quarterback prospect. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't know, bud. I don't know what they're going to do here.
Here we go. You don't know when they're gonna pick.
I don't know. I'll say Davion Nixon. I'll just say Davion Nixon.
Here we go. Okay, stop talking like. Oh, you missed it. They always missed it. They just missed it.
No, they'll say it.
Take a guess.
I did. Davion Nixon.
Alright.
Let's see. I'd almost like the Packers to take him. We're talking about Melfonwu. We've got a lot of Melfonwu fans in the house. Big time Bob Wally would like everyone to know that he wants Cox. It's pretty cool he's still there, man. I'm excited. Again, I don't think it's going to happen. It's kind of like, same as last time where you think on the backside some of these guys are going to go and then they all end up getting drafted and then we pick somebody that's like a 4th-round prospect. So, oh, yeah, we did just miss the Saints pick. They just didn't even tell us. I hate this. So they do this stuff all the time once you start getting into the later rounds where they think their ridiculously lame, boring conversations are more important than the actual picks. I don't know who they picked. They're just blabbing about nonsense. Nobody cares about your stupid conversation. It's crazy to me. This site just gave up updating, so I got to find a new site here. Let's find a new... I can't use PFF, obviously, because they're giving away the picks too early. NFL.com is not even on here when I search. How about this? There we go. So the Saints took Paulson Adebo at 12. This is from NFL. Do you have the trade information here by chance? I think we looked at this and they do not. Oh, that's funny.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. It was the Panthers that traded with the Eagles. I'm so confused. Chargers select. Josh Palmer, wide receiver. Don't even know who that is. Literally don't even know who that is. Let me check one thing here. So, wait, what? See, I just completely missed that. I was way off. So it was the Carolina Panthers that moved up, and they took Brady Christensen. Yikes. All right, so let's get this figured out here. So they finally got this trade updated. So the Panthers moved up with the Eagles. We got Philadelphia here. Panthers got 70. They obviously got 73 and 191 to trade. They took Brady Christensen. It's a heartbreaker. Then the Giants. So that's what it was. The Giants then traded here. So we don't know what that compensation is. Colin. So we got to wait for that now. Vikings pick is in. I don't know. Do 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 do. Yeah, they are just yucking it up here, aren't they? All right, what do we got in the comments?
Oh no, not again.
A lot of talk about iffy. Diami Brown looking good right now, says Mike. I don't know. If they don't trade, we still got a little ways to go. We'll see. Osawa Digizua went to Dallas. Jason says, I really liked Osa.
When is the Packers from?
The Packers pick at pick 92. We're only at 78 right now.
What?
Tommy Tremble still in the mix. That's very true.
Here you go,
I don't think people would be super happy because all the tight ends we have, but it makes sense with Mercedes. You know, who knows what's going to happen with that. Vikings select. Chaz Surratt, another guy I'm not interested in at all. I'm not a fan of the Surratts, so I'm fine with that. Chris says Bobby Brown or Togiai would be cool too. Vince says if he is a big corner, Trill Williams would be a slot guy. Trill's pretty solid. I feel like kind of a little bit later, like 4th round cool, but who knows. Tremble is a late round pick because no one wants a tight end that doesn't help in the pass. I 100% agree. I think Tremble is going to fall quite a bit. I think he's listed relatively high. You can see him at 85, but I would just be stunned. He offers nothing in the passing game whatsoever. Who in their right mind, even the Packers, wouldn't take him? What?
He was a little kid playing football.
Oh, wow. Just like you, huh?
Yes.
What? You going to play football when you get big?
Yes.
Nice. So I would be shocked if Tremble goes. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know. It seems weird because, you know, I don't think he offers much as a receiver at all. Jair could handle the slot and middle of the field. I think that's true. The problem is you're moving him away from the premier receivers just to kind of get the best guys on the field. So you're you know, say you're facing, I don't know, premier wide receiver and you're taking your number one off of him just so we can get the 3 guys that we like. I just don't think that's going to happen a lot. Maybe on occasion, especially if the slot guy is a really good wide receiver, but I don't think that's going to happen a ton. Slot coverage guys are everywhere in the draft, so likely not a high priority, Jason says, and I tend to agree. I think similar to what we just said about Tommy Tremble, when you're just a slot guy, you fall. That's exactly what I said about Shaun Wade. Shaun Wade was the consensus number 1 corner in the draft for a very long time. He fell all the way right now to 113 overall as a consensus because he's just a slot guy. He was an elite receiver in the slot, and the question was, can he do it on the outside? Because if he can, he might be the best corner in this draft. But the fact that he's just a really good slot corner, he's considered like a 3rd or 4th round pick, that just shows you like how devalued that is. And yes, to your point, premier slot guys. We could almost say Shaun Wade is the best slot corner in college football, and he's a 3rd or 4th round guy. Similar to like fullbacks. The best, it's probably not that bad, but you can get elite fullbacks in the 4th round, and that's just the way it is.
Daddy,
What?
if I am football and I'm in college, I can like my team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I need to watch it every time I play.
Yeah, I'll be at every game for sure. So go somewhere nice, like Florida or something, or Texas, so I can come visit you in a really awesome place. Be like, oh, you got to go down there to watch Colin play football. You know how it is. Don't go to like Minnesota or something.
No.
Street King says Jair is a boundary corner. You do not put your best corner in football in the slot. I tend to agree, again, unless the best wide receiver is a slot guy, which there was a time when that was like a thing. Like, I think Detroit's number 1 guy, Seattle's number 1 guy. There were a couple guys that, like, your top guy is a slot guy, but outside of that, today I don't know if there's any. Chris says Nico would be cool. Saints picked Paulson Adebo. Watch NFL Network. I would if I had cable, but I don't. I'm watching regular TV. I can see them liking Molden, says Michael. A lot of corner talk right now. A lot of corner talk for sure. Free Wits says Diami Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown are looking pretty good here. I'm kind of surprised at the lack of love for Amon-Ra. I wonder if it's sort of an anti-Equanimous thing, or people just aren't into it, or what. I'm not sure. I don't know. Because I know people were kind of high on him for a while. Pick is in for the Raiders. Paulson Adebo off the board. Josh Palmer's decent. NFL Network is better coverage later rounds. Again, I'd use it if I could. Would Packers move into the 3rd to get 2 picks in this round? I don't know. Let's see what that would cost. I mean, they probably have to give up capital from next year, because if they packaged both 4th round picks, it would maybe get them to the back of the 3rd round. Maybe. Which wouldn't be impossible. I mean, they gave up 4th round. I think they packaged 2 4th round picks to move up in the 1st round once. So if they pack up both late 4th round picks, that gets them to, I mean, it's probably actually top of the 4th round, but maybe they could package them and get to the bottom of the 3rd. But again, I don't want. You can get good talent in the 4th round. I don't want to miss out on 2 4th-round picks to get a late 3rd. But that's just me. I like picks, man. I'm very Ted Thompson-y in my thinking. It's just the way that I am with a lot of stuff. I love picks. Just give me as many picks as possible. The more swings at bat, the better. 4 Vikings pick before the Packers. Time to move up, maybe. Yeah, that is pretty brutal. Collins from Michigan would be nice. Vikings are blowing this draft. Tricky Ricky, a clown. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to see that they're taking guys that I don't want. But we got to see how they pan out. They could be good. Free comes in and says the Vikings always take guys I want. It's okay. Lots of DTs left, too. Like that. Still very good talent on the board. 100%, man. So let's see if we got... I really want to update my board. Can you tell me what the trade compensation is? Here we go. Saints. Is that what it is? No. I'm so confused. The Panthers took... So Denver and the Giants traded. Where's Denver and the Giants? So that we don't have the details yet. We got Giants and Saints. What is Giants and Saints now? I need Giants and Broncos. I don't know. You guys are killing me with these trade details here. I want to update my board. But here's the board minus some guys. So Wyatt Davis is still there. Davian Nixon, Elijah Molden, Ronnie Perkins, Jabril Cox, Fedi Melifonwu, Quinn Miners is there. Pretty much all these guys, I think. I'm not sure how many of these guys got picked. I think Robinson got picked and, I don't know, some random stuff. Raiders are pretty good at taking guys that nobody cares about, so we'll see what they do here. Those guys are hammered. Those Raiders fans. All right, where are we at here? Out of all the mocks you've done since March, I know I've probably ran Sims 1,000 times. Has any of them started with Stokes? And no. I haven't actually done a ton of mocks. I mostly, when I do a mock, it's for a YouTube video, so I maybe had done maybe like 20, I don't know. I mean, for the Packers 7-round, seriously, probably 3. Like, I've done like 3 Packers 7-round mocks, and no, it didn't turn out that way. So I'm not a great person to ask on that. What set of crazy, you-know-what criminals are the Raiders about to draft? Fair question. Let's see. A lot of people saying no to the question of did you have the mock turning out this way? I would be surprised if anybody did. Did I mention Myers sounded quite intelligent in his first presser? You did. Or somebody did. Amari Rogers time or Jabril. Man, if we can come back around and get one of those guys. Again, I doubt it. They never take the guys that we want. Every single draft, there's always like, oh, please take that one guy, and then they don't. So, we'll see. It would be a good way to end the day, that's for sure. I love that you know who Trill is. Yeah, I've had him in quite a few mocks. Whenever I do the mocks and whatnot, I always check him out on PFF, and Trill is decent on there, so he sticks out for me. Yeah. The pick? Yep. So no pick tonight. Do we have an early one tomorrow? Why do you say that? They didn't trade it, did they? Why would they trade it already? You just saying random things, or is that a thing that happened here? No, Packers are still there. I want to see this NFL thing, see if the pick comes through beforehand. So Raiders got back-to-back picks. That's kind of cool. Ooh, Mother's Day. Good reminder for the wife.
Is that true?
Mother's Day? Yeah.
Yes.
We gotta do something for Mama. What should we do? Malcolm Kuntz. Another guy I don't care about. What?
You know who died papers that we did get last year?
Yeah.
We can do that again.
Get the big papers and do some stuff?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Maybe get some sprinkles and...
Nice. Just do it back to back. Let's do it. Divine Diablo. Also not. I mean, Diablo was kind of cool, but it wasn't really top of the line. And I think he was a little bit further down the board, anyways, right? Yeah, 119. So again, the Raiders never cease to disappoint, taking guys that are way further down the list. Here we go. Now we got the wait. Where did it go? I just saw it. Don't mess with me. Oh, that's not the trade. Never mind. They don't have the trade up yet. That's crazy, man. How do you not have the details on this? Give me some details, man. All right. Anyways, again, Packers are within striking distance. They can trade at any time. Pick is in though. Teams are just picking right now. They just know what they want. They're not even messing around. All right. Pick 92. Wouldn't it be good faith if the front office released Rodgers after all he's given us? No. I mean, good faith, technically, yes, but zero chance in the world you would just forfeit 3 first-round picks just to be nice to the guy that's forcing his way off your team. So would it be good faith? Yes. Would I be willing to do that in good faith? Never in my life, ever. What? Oh, the highlight video? Raiders got Leatherwood, Merrick, Kuntz, and Diablo. 2 safeties and a linebacker out of that. Their defense is really bad. It would be good faith if Rodgers played out his contract he signed. That's kind of where I'm at on it. You signed a contractual obligation, and nowhere in that contract does it say you get to leave if we don't take the players that you want. So, yeah, I think you got to just kind of sack up and do your job would be ideal. But that's just me and Chris, me and Goose, and probably 90% of Packard Nation right now. Panthers received. Oh, is this? Which one am I looking for? I'm looking for the trade between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. Is that what you're giving me right now? That's the one I'm missing. Denver Broncos. No, this is Eagles. So I'm missing Broncos Giants is the trade that I do not have. This is Saints Giants. I see that one already. I found the Saints Giants. They skipped Broncos Giants and they went to Saints Giants. I don't understand how that works. Goose says, I'm so tired. Wish you could make our pick already. Yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy too, but I'm doing all right. I know you're in a completely different time zone. Dolphins pick is in. Hunter Long, tight end off the board. Another guy I don't care about to the Dolphins. Nice. Scott says you should buy yourself a pellet grill and smoke her some meat. Got another shocker for you. My wife is a vegetarian, so my kids do not eat tacos. I do not drink alcohol. My wife does not eat meat, so we're a hard family to please. Michael Davis has followed the Facebook group. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty big guy, huh? Aaron tonight is reported to have said, retiring is very possible unless the Packers fix things to my liking. I feel like he didn't say that. I know that that's a thing going around. I don't think that is a quote. I'm pretty sure. But, I mean, it came from somewhere, so it's assuming that there was a quote somewhere. I would be surprised. If you can find somewhere where he said those words and it's on video, I want him out of here. I'm just 100% done. Denver traded 71 to the Giants for 76 and 164. That's what I'm looking for. Did that pop up here? I want to take your word for that. It's going to mess this whole thing up if that's not reality, though. If you got a link, oh wow, he's smart. If you got a link to that, that would be helpful. Let me know where you found that. According to my calculations, giving up their next 2 picks could get the Packers up to 84. You talking about the actual score 84 or pick 84? Because 43 would be 63. Puts him at 75. It could just be a different different board thing that you're using, I guess, but not super hard math on my end. CBS Draft Tracker has a tab for trade details. All right, let's take a look-see. That's exactly what I need. Let's go ahead and copy that and see if we can find it. All right. What am I looking for? Pick 71 from Denver. I see tab. Click the tab. I don't see the thing though. I mean, I see that it says a trade. If I hover over it, it just says from Denver. So I don't know. Oh, maybe on the side here? Or is there a different trade thing? I don't know. I don't see it. Oh, here's trades. Here's the tabs. There we go. Now we got it. Thanks, dude. Finally. All right. Giants. And Broncos. This is what I need. And I can actually use this for both things. I can get rid of both of these tabs. What am I looking for? Denver. My brain is just going. Denver Broncos trade 71 to the Giants for 76 and a 5th round selection, 164. Okay. Finally. All right, we can go back here. And you can see they took Aaron Robinson. This is in my way. Let's go over here. Now we're going to get caught up. Now we're getting after it. Detroit took a Lynn McNeil.
Daddy, is it the brown shirt?
I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe. No, it shouldn't be. Eagles took Milton Williams.
Is it the Eagles shirt?
I don't know. St. Just is next. Boom.
I remember.
And
Did
then
you even do the pick of this?
Osa Odigizua.
Did you even do the pick of this?
What am I? Oh,
Daddy found what? Daddy, look.
the defensive lineman. What?
Look who's going.
Washington.
Remember? They already did it. We just didn't get a chance to.
Here goes. Well, there goes De'Ami Brown to Washington. So a lot of you guys I know are really excited about that. That's not going to be a thing for the Green Bay Packers, unfortunately. Let's see here. So the Saints traded up with Denver. So let's see what that trade was, if it's available.
Still like some good guys that are super good.
Oh, yeah. There's still some guys. So those details aren't out yet, the Saints in Denver. So we got to stop here.
Daddy, it's like it's the guys, you know, the second guy still there. Second best.
I don't understand your obsession with second best. No, the guy that was there he's gone.
Oh.
So we got to. This is our list now.
We would probably. Don't you think we would do the 53?
You're saying so about the Rodgers thing? That's not my quote. I know. I'm just saying. I don't think it's. I don't think there's a quote of Rodgers out there saying that is what I'm saying. I know it's being reported that he says something to that effect, but I just don't take a lot of that stuff super seriously. Because it's almost like the telephone game. Like that's somebody's interpretation of somebody's interpretation of somebody's interpretation. It could just mean so many different things. So I just we'll see. It's possible, but I don't know. We're getting into trade up territory for a fourth if we want to. We have 2 fourths. We're already there, man. We can trade up anytime. Pick is in for the Panthers. Michael says 9 picks away. The fix his liking quote is from Ian Rappaport, not Aaron Rodgers. That's kind of what I was referring to as far as, that's somebody else's words being put into his mouth. Not that it's just a complete lie, but, we start playing games of what does it actually mean. Yes, Colin, I understand. Tommy Tremble. Well, there goes that theory, huh? Tommy Tremble going to the Panthers. That's shocking.
Is he bad or good?
He's a good blocker. That's about it. It's a surprising pick, I guess. He's pretty high on the list here. He's right there, number 85. So he's right there.
Oh.
And it works for me. I would have been fine with the Packers getting him later, but I don't want him this early, if at all. Goose says, wish Rodgers would just come out and say exactly what he wants. I agree. I mean, not that he has any obligation to do so or anything, but that's the Cowboys. But it would just be nice, I mean, whether it's to come out and say, look, this is blown out of proportion. Of course, I want to be a Packer. That would be nice. Or, if he just comes out and is like, look, yeah, I'm not happy. And that's the thing. He's not going to do that. So if he makes a comment, it's probably going to be, in as far as saying that it's not really a big deal. If he's not saying anything, then it's probably because he doesn't want to say the reality that there's something there. Do you blame the front office for Favre and Rodgers having fewer Super Bowls than they deserved, or is it the other way around? I don't think anybody's entitled to multiple Super Bowls. I mean, if you actually look at the situation, why didn't the Packers win a Super Bowl the last 2 years? They had a good team. How can I blame Brian Gutekunst for building a fantastic team with basically in 1 year? A 6-win team went to the NFC Championship game because Gutekunst did such an elite, unbelievable, freakish job of getting this team built and being fantastic. But the players didn't execute. So, no, I'm not going to put 100% on Rodgers, but it's also silly to say it's the front office's fault for not doing enough. BS. They're completely out of money because they spent all their money on free agents. And they drafted unbelievably well with hit after hit after hit and have completely turned this terrible defense around into a formidable defense and had the number 1 offense in football, and it just wasn't enough because you can't buy Super Bowls. You can't say if you draft the first-round wide receiver, you win a Super Bowl. At the end of the day, it's still a roll of the dice. You can do everything right and still fail. It doesn't have to be somebody's fault, and it certainly isn't Brian Gutekunst's fault. That's my thought on it.
Here goes Eddie.
Cowboys pick. Chauncey Golston to the Cowboys. Works for me.
Is he pretty good?
I don't know. Jason says, how funny would it be if the Packers do trade Aaron Rodgers for a slew of picks only to have Jordan Love lead? I mean, that's the ideal right there, right? He goes somewhere to a team that isn't very good. We get a ton of picks, and we're in dynasty territory. You know what I mean? We're in fantasy land, but it would be nice. I wonder if I should check my hashtag. Anything going on with my hashtag? Nope. All right, I think I'm going to call it with the hashtag. Bruce jumping on saying I'm about to jump off a ledge with Packers Twitter. I haven't been on, man. I can't apparently Packers Twitter is not happy with the pick, but I just don't care. I'm not going to interact with people crying about stuff. What did Blaine send me here? Oh, the memes. Funny memes. All right, did we get an update on where are we at here? On the trade situation? Broncos 76. We did not. We're actually...
Daddy,
Yes.
would a football football team kicks the football into the goal and someone blocks it and then it catches.
Packers pick is in.
Packers pick is in.
Packers moved up. Hey! Amari Rogers, wide receiver out of Clemson. That ought to make Packers Twitter happy, huh? There we go. Nice.
Is he number 53?
I don't think so.
What is he? Where is he?
Look, watch the number 3 right there.
Number 3?
Yeah, let's watch some highlights here.
Oh, he's very good.
Oh, yeah, he is, bud.
He's on that guy's team. Wow.
Hit me with them sweet, sweet highlights.
Punch him in the face. Punch him in the face.
I'm not worried about the Vikings pick. Let's see some highlights here. Hurry up and bring them before you have to show me this pick. There we go. Oh, that's not him. That must be his dad or something. No, you're going to give it to me, are you?
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. This takes a minute.
Amari Rogers is a fun guy, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I know this guy.
You know this guy? Do we
Yeah.
watch him probably?
Yeah. Isn't that Adam?
Colin and I watch film once in a while.
Watch how speedy he is.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Look at that thing.
Oh. Oh. Too fast.
He goes into the end. Oh, he dances too.
He dances too. That's key. You gotta dance. If you don't dance, I don't want you.
You don't dance, I don't want you. Now look. What's this dude?
Whew. Too smooth.
Too smooth.
All right. All right. I'm happy.
Do you think we're gonna get a great team?
Let's see what the people think. I have a feeling everyone's going to be excited. Amari Rogers, some people wanted him in the second round. Let's see what we got in the comments.
Third round?
Let's see. Michael says, I do want wide receiver here, just not what's his name. I wonder what what's his name is. I hope it wasn't Amari Rogers. Please don't compare this to Favre. Yeah. Get to the pick. Where are we at? Packers moving on. Oh, I thought you were going to say moving up. I got to get to the part. Packers traded up, says TK Knowles. Pack traded up, says Scott. I like to go through the whole experience here. Packers on the clock, says Mike. Southpaw says, are we picking? Shadow Jack says, sweet, we traded up. Mike, Pack on the clock. TK, Ryan, are we on the clock? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I missed it. Brambo says, we up. Ding dong. People get excited. You got to get crazy with it. Pick is in. Pack Daddy NFL. Pack traded up. Everybody's trying to get my attention. Dude, they traded. I'm already, still talking about love. Come on now. 85th for 92 and 135. So 135